Hello, everybody. I'm here. Hi, Demi. What's up? Demi! Hi. How are you doing? The sky's up. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Hi, bro. How are you doing? You just woke up? Would this be a thing, like, between us? Did you, wake up for my streams, or... Mouth hurty? What did you do? Toothache? Oh no. Toothache is one of the worst hurties you can have, to be honest. Do you have like painkillers you can take? Oh yeah, by the way, Rendra, I need to DM you something. Yeah, then take your ebus. I need to DM you something. We will start in a second. You're welcome, Demi. You're welcome, welcome. Of course, we needed to take out the we needed to look out for mommy. Okay, I DM'd you, bro. Okay, so I'm gonna start the game and bring it to stream. Okay, let's see. We need a game sound with the fancy music we get from My Dangerous Life. And we need the game. Okay, I'm gonna pause the music. Demi, have you ever played BL visual novel? No. It's actually very cringy. And the guy we are on his route. This guy in the back. This is the second part actually, so yeah. Hopefully you will enjoy it anyway. And he is such a red flag. For real. This is crazy. Yeah, he is okay. I like him more. Here, the one on the right side, this is my guy. But they are all hot, to be honest. This is the black hair one is the main character, the cute boy, who actually looks like a girl. Like in the typical BL things. Okay, Okay, so, yeah. Then no, we need to load. Shit! Wait. Wait! Yes! Stop kidding me! Hello? Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Sorry. I didn't have had scuffs with my sound today, so it needs to be the game. Load. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Caro. Thank you for coming. I hope your work is okay today. Okay, so, yeah, we're back. We're back here. So I think this is chapter 6, and we have 12 chapters per character, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I think we're gonna dive into it and see how far we can come today. So, Chet accompanied me to a large mansion not far away. So some people really do live in houses like this. Your face tells me that you've never seen one of those before. Not once. Have you, Chad? Yeah, a few times because of my work. His work? What does he do exactly? I realized all over again that I didn't know a thing about Chad. Something the matter? No, it's nothing. I was worrying about whether we could just walk right in there and get them to talk to us. I see. I suppose it wouldn't be that simple. But while I'm standing here thinking about it, they might get killed. I told myself that moving forward was more important than worrying and took a step towards the house. Chad stopped me. Hinata, if you walk straight in there, no one's going to believe you. I know that. But the person who owns the mansion is in danger. I'm sure they at least listen to what I have to say. Then maybe I can make them understand. At that, Chet sighed deeply. Do you think anyone would have accumulated this sort of wealth by being that naive? The scene at the casino floated in front of my mind. Can you get this far by tricking and deceiving people? The scope of this business must be even bigger than that of the casino. Maybe this person had cheated someone too. Manipulating people, collecting information, crushing competitor. Someone who takes others down will know that he runs the risk of being taken down himself. It won't be easy to get that sort of person to trust you. I'm just an ordinary guy. I think they'd trust me. Wanting desperately to escape the situation, I let go of Chet's arm. Hinata, honestly, I have no idea what will happen. This house looks fucking fancy. There was no one at the entrance, and I was able to enter the mansion fairly easily. Shouldn't there be more security? The rooms inside were even more glamorous than the exterior. Hello? Is anyone there? For a place this huge, you'd think there would at least be a maid around. When I tried to enter one of the rooms... Oh! Suddenly, someone grabbed my arm and twisted it behind my back. What are you doing? I was pushed forward and fell onto my knees. My face scraped against the floor as I tried desperately to see who was doing this. Are these people security? What about Chad? If he came inside, Chad would also be in danger. Still facing the floor, I tried frankly to explain myself. I heard that the life of the person who lives here is in danger, and I came to warn them. You think we're going to believe that? Who sent you? Oh, ow, that hurts. If you don't start talking, it's only going to get worse. Worse? My movements were restricted and tears of pain sprung to my eyes. I came to say something important. Who sent you and why? I decided to come here on my own. Ow, that! If you insist on hiding the identity of the person behind this, we'll have no choice but to interrogate you. Torture? I knew this was my last warning. Then I heard footsteps ring out across the floor. Terrified, I waited to find out who it was. Manhandling a cute little thing like Hinata, no manners at all. Enough hide and seek. Chairman, or should I say CEO, you can come out now. You have nothing to fear from us. Chet walked to the center of the room, his eyes glued to the top of the stairs. There's something we need to talk about. I didn't think I'd see you here. A man with an impressive stature appeared on the staircase. Judging by his pure white hair and walking cane, I guess he was getting on years. Forget about me. May I ask you to let this young man go? The elderly gentleman immediately gave a signal with the tip of his cane. As soon as I was free, I stood up and moved to Chet's side. Chet, thanks. Do you know him? Sometimes I work with him, sometimes against him. I know you're involved in his latest affair. Of course. And the kid, is he also involved? Well, if you put it that way, I guess I am, but... I wanted to say I'm just as much of a victim in this as you are, but the old man didn't have the air of a victim at all. He actually seemed more like a villain. There's no way he'll believe me. Just seems to think otherwise. There certainly is a lot of security here, almost as though you've already been attacked. I have, several times, but every single attempt has been prevented. And yet you haven't caught any of the perpetrators. Indeed, they've killed 2 of ours, in fact. When I heard that, the blood drained from my face. Hinata, are you alright? I slumped forward. Chet met my eyes. You're as white as a sheet. I felt a little calmer as the sound of his voice. I'm okay, please go on. Chet gave me a pat on the back and resumed the conversation. I'm sure you understand that Hinata has nothing to do with the latest assassination attempt. Not sure I believe you. There are child gorillas in this world after all. Unbelievable. Chet waved a hand dismissively, looking annoyed. You're getting rusty after all, constantly bullying up and knocking down corporators over and over again. The old man was visibly shaking. Surely you recall how a corp was supposed to take over that public work project, and yet ultimately it was handed over to C Corp. How do you... And then B Corp, which was trying to take over A Corp, went bankrupt and C Corp snatched it up. The old man's body seemed to shrink on itself. Ancient history, a lot was taken back from me back then. You know that. Of course I do. Our own companies went bankrupt. Your own company went bankrupt. I never would have guessed things would go this smoothly. Chet flashed him a contemptuous smile. Go this smoothly? What have you done? And I had no clue all this time. It's simple. A request came in stating that certain companies owned by this man, Mr. Carnegie, were using a hindrance and needed to be brought down. So I forced him into a great deal of debt and hounded him into bankruptcy. Hearing him speak of this so calmly, I couldn't utter a single word. You were enhanced with a certain actress at that time. How was how do you pronounce this word? Wait a second. I genuinely don't know how to pronounce this word. Is it really Vixen? You know, funny. I'm gonna tell you after stream, Rendra, because this means something totally different in German. Oh my god, no, wait, I'm gonna DM you because this is so fucking funny. Yeah, wait, let me DM you. Okay, check it out. This is so funny. Bankruptcy, Vixen. It's all business. I knew it. She was a trick by C-Corp. Everyone is weak to a woman's charms. You were no exception. Yeah, you know. Okay, that's why it is so funny. I mean, it's chat we are talking about, so never mind. Wait a moment. I can't see any good reason for that. But if I hadn't done it, the client, C-Corp, would have lost its connections and a great number of employees would have been out of their jobs. On the other hand, Mr. Carnegie's company gained a huge fortune. Even if it took a loss or two, the employees were well set up with retirement money. I imagine there are a great many people in this country who resent Mr. Carnegie for that. Enough to try and kill me? Don't be foolish. He thumped the floor with his cane. The sound echoed across the room. Anyway, don't turn this into such a melodrama, chat. My company and I weren't going to let it pass that easily. The old man raised his hands. Security responded immediately. It was a rare stroke of luck to catch you here. I expected you to spit out the mastermind for this one. Cheb may not talk, but I easily get you to sing. No, we only came here to warn you. That's what I wanted to say, but security was already running towards us. Don't you want to know who's behind this? Oh, are you really going to let that information slip so easily?
Yeah.
My client is someone else. I've done my own research concerning the mastermind. I was very surprised at the coincidence of C-Corp's request. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But the atmosphere was so charged I didn't dare to say a word. Chad Coleman. Yes. What do you expect in return? Nothing much. I want no harm to come to him. And I want to ensure that he can attend his university. University? There are proper procedures for that. He tried to go with the proper procedures, but he got mixed up in this mess. Now he has too much spare time on his hands and you're chairman at that place after all. University? At a time like this? Could be dead tomorrow, you know. But I know who your enemy is. You'll be wanting to retaliate, I'm sure, and I don't want to get tangled up in it when you do. Does that boy mean that much to you? Yes, he's utterly guilty-free. I see. I promise no one will meddle with this boy, and he will be treated appropriately. Chet looked at me and gave me a warm smile. Well, you're out of the woods for now. Right, but not everything has been resolved. That's just the way it works in the underworld. You say he's completely guilt-free? Yes, he merely came here to attend university. He's an ordinary boy. Huh, I see. I feel as if his eyes are looking right through me. He's scary. I must ask you not to torment Hinata. Huh. So Chet has actually had my back this whole time. The atmosphere quickly softened and Chet and Carnegie chatted casually for a little while. Then we all decided to have dinner together, after which we made our way back. What the hell? What just happened? Why we had dinner with him, I don't understand. What happened? Huh? Huh? I'm confused. The meal was incredible. He has far more money than he could ever use. Might as well spend it on ingredients. He said it so bluntly. I had been frightened most of the time at the mansion, but there had been some enjoyable moments too. Speaking of which, when we left, I remembered Carnegie's voicing a question. What sort of relationship do you two have? You might as well ask. I, more than anyone else, wanted to know the answer to that. We bonding? Bro, I don't know. I'm not so sure if this is a good idea. Technically, I was just crashing up with Chad temporarily. But would he have done this much for me if that was all there was to it? I wonder what Chad would say if I asked him about it. What kind of relationship do we have exactly? We're more than just simple roommates, I have to say. Special roommates, then? I understand that much. She just kept smiling and said no more. Wait, guys, I need to turn my lights on. Just a second. Whoop whoop. And I'm gonna lurk on Demi's stream. Okay. Before I realized it, the city was plunged into moonlight. Time really flew by. So much has happened today, so I probably felt as if time passed more quickly than usual. Still, the whole thing was way too reckless of you.
すみません。
I'm sorry. Alright, I haven't thanked him properly. I faced Chad and lowered my head. What's this
あり
now?
がとうございます。
Thank you so much for saving me. Oh, is that all? Don't worry about that. I'm only acting out of self-interest after all. So if you weren't interested, you would have abandoned me? That smile obviously had a hidden meaning to it, and wordlessly agreed with me. It was so like Chad. If he was no longer interested, he would drop me without a second thought. But that was just further emphasized why he was still with me right now. You're far too serious. What? Why? You were enjoying yourself before, but now your brow is furrowed. Well, I've got a lot to think about. I didn't even know my own feelings. Maybe that was because I didn't want to accept them for what they were. I mean, we're both guys. Now look, your brow is furrowed even deeper. He pressed one long white finger against the wrinkles between my eyebrows. You're spoiling your cute face. I'm not cute. The word made me feel like I was a pet he was frowning for. What's with that word anyway? Are you at your rebellious age? I finished puberty long ago. I was almost shouting. Being teased that way made me feel awful. I've always felt this way, so it's difficult for me to get it across in earnest. Get what across? That I like you. A great deal. He means like a pet, right? Have you misunderstood again?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I wanted him to give it to me straight. Is that too much to ask? You're stubborn. Chet started walking, seemingly in thought. Watching his long, slender frame, I thought about my own feelings. Hinata, I'm going to leave you behind if you keep standing there.
Hi.
Oh, right. I saw Chet waiting in a patch of moonlight as he looked back at me. His long limbs, his soft smile, the confidence in the way he carried himself. He's like someone from another world. I remember thinking that when I first met him and my feet wouldn't budge. Hinata, what's the matter? This feeling was unfamiliar. I didn't want to acknowledge it, but No, I was just thinking about what a distant person you are. Well, I'm an adult, I suppose. It was more than that. I couldn't grasp this person called Chad Coleman. I knew nothing about him, only my feelings were bubbling up. This is the most lost I've ever seen you, Hinata. Drastic measure may be necessary. Chad turned back the way he had come. He was half a step away from me. Then he bent down at his hips and looked right at me, a mischievous glint in his eyes. What was he doing? At that moment, Chad suddenly stepped much closer. I immediately tried to move away, but he grabbed the back of my head. I realized quickly that he was pulling me into a kiss. But why Chad was doing this with me right here, I had no idea. I'm gonna let him be this once. I don't dislike it. Kissing Chad. Having him touch me like this. I didn't hate it. After pressing his lips to mine for another moment, Chad moved away. Chad straightened up as though nothing had happened. If anybody saw. I checked our surroundings. No one was there. Feeling relieved, I scowled at Chad. What were you going to do if somebody saw us? That's a good question. But Hinata... I felt a faint sense of panic of the suggestive smile. You don't seem too angry about having been kissed. I'm not angry, but Chad had always been like this. Doing whatever he wanted with no concern for me. It would seem the treatment was a success. Treatment? Is that what he meant by drastic measure? You said I was a distant person, right? Well, yes. That's not true. Chet reached out and
私
stroked
も
my
ただの
cheek.
人間です
I'm just human.
悩んだり苦しんだりもしますし
I feel uncertainty. I feel pain. Chet's slender fingers traced my ear and moved along the back of my
こう
neck.
して可愛いものを見ると
And when I see something
めでた
cute,
くなります
I want to adore it. The sensation on the back of my neck sent a shiver down my spine. I could hear Chet's quiet breathing.
かわいい
Cute.
それは僕のことをペット
So
か何
you
かだと
see
思
me
っ
the
てる
same
んで
way
す
you
よね
see a pet or something? I spoke as steadily as I could, so Chet wouldn't notice that I was trembling. Chet moved his hand
ペ
along my
ットに
side.
こんなことしませんよ
I wouldn't do this with a pet. His hand slid under the hem of my shirt. His touch was a little cold, and I flinched.
シャドウさん
Chet, what are you?
こんなこと
I tried to move him away, but his left hand was wrapped around my lower
怪
back.
我をしていないかどうかの確
I'm
認で
just
す
making sure you aren't hurt. He looked completely
それとも
composed.
ひなたは何か別のことを想像していたのですか
Or did you have something else on your mind, Hinata? I turned away from his impish smile. Chet's fingers began roaming over my body. Chet,
もう少しご飯を食べてもいいんじゃないですか
you ought to eat a little
も
more.
っとチャーミングに
It
な
would
りま
make
す
you
よ
even more
それ
charming.
にしてもひなたは
At any rate,
本当
Hinata,
に肌が柔らかいですね
your skin is really
こうして
soft.
ずっと
I want to keep touching you like this
ひなたに
forever.
触れ続けていたいです
With him groping me all over like that, a strange sensation welled up inside me.
もう終わ
That's
りで
enough.
す
I'm not hurt.
怪我はしてませんから
I pushed Chet away from me with both hands. As I stood there, slightly out of breath, Chet chuckled.
それなら安心しまし
That's
た
a relief. He licked his fingers slowly. Okay,
続きはまた今
we'll continue
度ですね
later. I turned bright red and hit my face with both arms so he wouldn't
前
see.
は怒ったのに
I know you were angry earlier, but you are really
素
an
直で
honest
可愛いで
person
すね
and you're
ひな
adorable.
たは
Bro, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about this. I've got nothing to do. One day had passed since I had visited Carnegie's house. I had some thought that wouldn't change if I were able to save his life. But Carnegie already knew about it. I had plenty of strong guys protecting him. I can't even protect myself properly. I lay on the couch, sighing for what felt like the millionth
お
time.
や
Oh, there you are, Hinata. Since when had he been there? Sorry. Without making so much as a sound, Chad appeared and blocked my view as I stared at the ceiling.
うわ
Well, you surprised me. I don't really want to see him today. What if he wants to do more of that? I was still worried about the business with the university, but that kiss was freaking me out too. What did he mean by that? The biggest problem was that I hadn't really minded it. I've been looking for you. I wanted to talk to you about something. Something? I muttered as I sat up. Chet began to talk to me, looking calm. Maybe he hasn't been thinking about yesterday at all. He was an adult. Maybe he was accustomed to stuff like that. He could have been teasing me because I looked so young. I sighed again. Why do you look so depressed?
いえ
Oh, it's nothing. I forced a smile. Well, I won't push it. I heard from Mr. Carnegie this morning. Huh? About
Hi.
what? He's followed through in his promise. Promise?
おや
Have you forgotten? He said he would make sure that you came to no harm. Wasn't that just for as long as we were over there?
Eh?
Certainly not. And so I must congratulate you. Chet smiled, looking genuinely happy, and took both of my hands. Huh? For what?
と
What in the world are you talking about?
おやおや
Come now, you still don't know? Chet's eyes
す
widened.
みません
I'm sorry.
いえ
It's fine. A lot happened yesterday. Chet then clarified for me. I wish class would start already. I couldn't suppress my restlessness. I would finally be able to attend university, thanks to Carnegie's efforts. The reason being that he's the chairman of the board. To think that the man who already runs several businesses would also serve as the chairman of a university, I truly understood now how assets control everything. I had planned to expose the fake me, but he had already flew. Some scary stuff happened at the mansion, but Carnage is really a good person. I can't believe he also set up the special course for me. It felt almost too good to be true. I better work hard so this doesn't go to waste. And besides, that's the right attitude. The classroom door opened and a clear voice rang out. That voice. When I looked around, I saw Chad standing there. Well then, let's begin the class. What the hell? Hi Mira, how are you? Thank you for coming to the stream. Opening the textbook, Chad announced the start of the course. I'm good. I have a little like sore shoulders and sore neck. But yeah, it's better as I'm home. It was like a little unbearable earlier at work, but as of now it's fine. How are you, honey? How are you? Wait, I need to drink something. Oh, close to your goal? Yeah, we're almost there. 4 followers missing until 120, so that was actually pretty fast. We had 100 followers, I guess, last week, somewhen. Or the weekend before, because we did the celebration stream last Friday. So, yeah. It was actually pretty fast. So, let's see if we can get 120. And after that, we will set the goal to 150. And if we reach 150, we will also do, like, some kind of celebration. So, yeah, let's see. I thought I'd be able to get away from him. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button.
Ne.
Were you bored by my lesson?
Yeah.
No, of course not. Chad's class had finished and I had a short break. Chad had been surprisingly good at teaching. He could easily have passed as a real professor. I asked Mr. Carnegie to hire me as a teacher at this university, and he agreed. Why did you... What? Don't you think it suits me? Bro, you are a little too obsessive, don't you think? Please don't make fun of me. It's because you've been avoiding me. My heart froze. I didn't think he would notice.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm right, aren't I? I couldn't come up with a response. The truth was that I have been avoiding him, as well as spending too much time out our shared apartment. May I ask why? You already know, don't you? Was kissing me really so unpleasant?
Yeah.
That's not it, but I don't understand. Is it because we're both men? That doesn't bother me. But what if it bothers me? What was this record about? Alan suddenly walked into the room. He must have heard us from the hallway. I thought something bad had happened.
Yeah.
No, I can finally attend my classes. Everything is fine. Well, that's good then. But you're going to start drawing attention to yourself, so you should try to quiet down a little bit.
すみません。
Sorry. By the way, have you had a look around campus? Not yet. I'll show you around, come on.
Oh yeah.
Hinata. Chid's voice was soft as usual. And as usual, something tightened in my chest. I wish you would stop being so calm all the time. I'm sorry. Thank you, Ellen. I didn't feel like I could face Chad right now. My own feelings were clear, but Chad was just toying with me. I couldn't hope for more, and I couldn't accept it either. And this guy, for real. I had been attending Chad's special course for a week. Nothing was planned past that, but... Why doesn't he see the problem with this? That's my boy! That's my boy! What the hell is enjoyable about this? Brett was sitting next to me, looking at my textbook with disgust.
Huh?
You don't do it because it's fun. Anyway, you're still on page 1. Hinata.
Nah.
Come on, forget the stuff and let's hang out. I had moved into the living room because I was tired of studying alone in the bedroom, but that may have been a mistake. Chet was being eerily quiet. Something wrong? Adults always this calm? Chet was elegantly sipping tea as usual.
Yeah.
No, it's nothing. I see. Keep at it with your studies then. Okay. Chet turned his attention back to the view outside of the window. At that moment, the doorbell rang. I was the one in charge of answering the door, so I got up. What? Who are you guys? When I opened the door, I saw a group of people in black suits standing in a line. These guys are scary. Haven't I seen them somewhere before? Oh, right. Just recently, at Kanji's house. Hinata, what are you shouting about? What the? Who are they?
Oi.
Hinata, did you get yourself into serious trouble?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I don't think I did. Finally, Kanji appeared from the midst of the man in black. What are you doing here? I have business with Chet. We told you that your life is in danger. Don't you think you stand out even more? Then why don't you let me in? Kanji walked past me without waiting for an invitation. The man in black followed him inside.
Yare.
Dear me, this is so troubling.
Oi.
Troubling is an understatement. No kidding. Ellen and Brad looked at each other and nodded. Well, I'm heading out.
Oh.
Yep, me too. The two of them left in a hurry. And what should I do? I was interested in what Kanji had to say, but I didn't know whether it was okay for me to be here. I don't want to cause any trouble for Chet, so I decided to leave too.
Ne.
Hinata, where are you going? Chet grabbed my hand from behind. Let's be honest. And this seems like it might get complicated, so I'll excuse myself. But I'm here. You worry too much. Someone who is being threatened with murder just showed up at your door. Business has already been taken care of, after all. Chet shrugged and let out a sigh. It was strange to see him like this. It's about damn time. What have you been doing? As soon as we returned to the room, Kanji's voice rose up. The way he was acting as though this were his own house made my stomach hurt. If only the other two were here.
Oh yeah.
It's a funny thing to hear from the one who just barged in here without no regard for us. We're the others with reason to we are the ones with the reason to complain. Chet's smile, however, showed no complaints at all. He sat down on the couch. The kid needs to leave too.
Yeah.
On the contrary, after all, whoever is planning to assassinate you is after Hinata as well. I see. He has it hard, huh? Fine, he can stay. Now, may I ask what brought you here? I'll give it to you straight. I want you to be successor. Man. What? So you wanted Chet to take over for him? Wouldn't that make him CEO? No, maybe just a board chairman. Either way, this was incredible. Is that so? Chet took it completely in his stride. You're not surprised?
Yeah.
Of course I'm surprised. In contrast to Chet's extreme composure, I was thrilled. That's amazing, isn't it? The kind of money that have made helping me out a breeze. Chet... Vampy Boy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Mira, did you just got people into my chat? May I harass my friends? Sure. You just go ahead. Cupcake Knight, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. What the hell is happening here? Carla, thank you for the follow. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm here to call Mira a bitch. No, why? What did they do to you? Be nice to each other, guys. Because this guy here is not nice enough for all of us, so... Hello? Very Rainy, thank you for the follow. And with that, we reached our follower goal. What the hell? Back to my lurky too. I love your accent. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Thank you guys. Thank you for getting everybody here, Mira. That's so nice of you. Oh my god. Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. My name is Kay. Thank you all for being here. Oh my god. I'm so overwhelmed right now. Wow. Thank you guys. Wow. Thank you. Let me just set up the new goal then. Oh my god, this is so nice. Thank you guys so much. What the hell? Oh my god, thank you. Thank you for the 2 gifted. Very Rainy, what are you doing? Oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my god. What is happening? Oh my god, this is so nice of you. Thank you so much. Lord Nightbringer, thank you for the follow. What the hell? What is happening here? Oh my god. Guys, what are you doing? Oh, thank you so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is so nice. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much. Wow. Really. Thank you, Barry, for the gifted. Thank you guys so much for the follows. Mira, thank you for dragging all the peps in here. Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh, Mira, what are you doing to me? Thank you so much. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cute of you. Oh my god. Guys. Oh. Oh god. I'm sorry. I need a second. By the way, Mira, I don't know if I follow your Twitter. Do I follow your Twitter? I do. Okay. Cool. I was just confused if I really was following you. Oh, thank you. Really. Thank you so much. Breathe. They're all here on their own will. We just support our babies. Oh my god, that's so nice. Really. It's so nice of you guys. Really. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for that, Bats. Oh, yeah, I'm drinking. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm already drinking. I'm zipping on my Coke. Oh, thank you guys. I'm so happy. Oh god. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god. They went into mutual breathing mode. Oh, Mira, thank you so much. Really. Oh, I don't know what to say. Oh my god, this is so nice. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to continue the game. Yeah, also thank you everybody for reaching the follower goal, so I'm happy. Thank you so much. Really, thank you so much. We were here to watch some games, just be you. Thank you, Mira, for real. Yeah, thank you. Can you do a shout out for Mira, Randra? Please. Manager-san, please. Wait, Mira, I have something for you. Wait. Oh shit, I just need to find the right button. Yes! There's my shout out. There we go. Ah, there it is. See? Mira, this is for you. This is for you. This is only for you. It's a heart, oh my god. Yeah, just for you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. No, for real. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is so nice of you. For you, flower. Thank you. I gladly accept the flower. Thank you. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Mira. For real. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna continue the game. And should have been deemed worthy of hearing it at all. Come on. But why, Chet? Was a single incident enough to ruin that? Or maybe there was some deeper connection between them. This man had already known Chet by name. I looked Kanuji's way, questions burning in my eyes. Excuse me, I don't quite understand. Why do you want Chet to become your successor? He smiled and the wrinkles in his face deepened. Unafraid to show your own ignorance. I like that. I'm only going to explain this once, so listen up.
Hi.
Okay. Information from Chet has earned me hundreds of millions of dollars. Can you do the same for me? Because I could need some money. The phrase, hundreds of millions of dollars, made me realize again how amazing Chet was at his job. But you went bankrupt because of what he did. You don't hate him for that? If I took the time to resent every single little thing he did, I'd be wasting my life. More importantly, a man who can gather and use information the way he can is very vulnerable. Valuable, what am I talking about? Information will always be the most valuable asset of all. Assets. So you're being recognized for your ability to manage information so well? Chet, you really are amazing. Such an honest reaction. He combed his fingers through my hair. He didn't touch me like that in a while and my heart started racing. I feel like it's been a while since I last saw that. It's embarrassing to have you do that while there are people here. He turned slowly back to Kanuji, gave an unfathomable smile and declared bluntly, I am very grateful, but I must decline. A Yosa story? Yeah, to be honest, this guy, named Chet, is actually pretty, let's call it red flaggish. He's, yeah. I don't know, what were they touching, huh? Actually, I played the, another route in the game before. I played Chet, so this is actually the second route we are playing. And the first one with Brett, the silver-haired guy, was actually a pretty cute story, and the relationship between Brett and Hinata, this is Hinata by the way, was yeah, actually pretty cute. It was not very slow burn because this is a game with only 12 chapters, so slow burn, yeah, it's not slow burn at all, but it was actually pretty cute how they find together. But Chet is, I don't know, it's so hard to get through what he's thinking, you know? But yeah, let's see. We're only in chapter 7, we have a little bit to go, so let's see. I love some good slow burn. Yeah, I like Sasaki to Miyano is one of my favorite BL manga recently. But on the other hand, I love therapy games, so... oh, did the old guy leave? This is Brett, by the way. This is my guy. I love him so much. I love him. So much. This is my baby boy. You've been a pain if you'd stay any longer. The two of them returned and sat nonchalantly down on the couch. Understandable, I'm loving him already. Yeah, I think... Yeah, Mira, I have the VODs from his route on my YouTube channel. So, the link is in my link tree on my Twitter profile. So if you want to check it out, you can. Because he is very cute. Very cute. Thumbs up for Brett. I love him. Are you two now fans of Mr. Carnegie? Adam made a sore face at Chat's teasing tone. Time to check it. Yeah, please do. Please do. Brett is, yeah. My main love interest, I need to admit. I just don't want anything to do with him. He was definitely a little intimidating. But he seemed like a nice guy. You can say that because you don't know anything about him. I looked over at Chad, who gave a small nod. Well, if you all think that way, I guess there must be something really scary about him. Still, I wondered how these two would react if they knew the conversation had been about picking a successor. Well, what did you talk about? Nothing terribly interesting. He put on an air of importance. It was itching to say something. Even if it wasn't interesting, it was still a really good thing. Good, you say. I wonder if these two would agree. Huh? Well, how should I put this? He tilted his head, looking troubled. What was he worried about?
Oi.
Don't act all high and mighty. Yeah, it's one of the worst things about you. I'm sleepy, was about to go to bed when I saw you all, and when you know what happened after. Yeah, go to sleep, Mira. Thank you, thank you so much for everything you did for me today. I hope you have a good night and a good sleep, and I hope to see you again. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here, take this again.
Nah.
Good night, Mira. Thank you for coming. Oh, stop this. No autoplay. Good night, Mira. Thank you. Oh, so nice. I did, but I don't think I should be the one to...
Oh.
I'm giving you permission. Spill it. I didn't need his permission. I looked bewildered, but Chet urged me on. Mr. Carnegie came to ask Chet to take over his business for him. There was a clatter from the table. Ellen and Brett have both risen. Risen. I'm sorry. Will we even be able to look you in the face now? Hey, will you do me a favor and pretty up the bar where I work? No, the apartment comes first. Wow, they're just thinking about themselves. Chet smiled, looking amused. Chet, you don't seem that exciting. Come to think of it, he had declined very readily. He could at least have pretended to think it over. As you said, I'm not excited. Huh? Not at all. Hi, Ego. Thank you so much for the lurk. Have fun playing Overwatch. Thank you for coming. Not at all. Hi. That's right. He's always like this. He's always been, though? Well, maybe not quiet. Why was he hesitating? Whether it's at the casino or in business, every time someone asks him to work together, he turns them down. The casino, that place. Oh. That's a question of affiliation, isn't it? Huh? You know about the place too, Brett? Huh? That's a given. I don't think it's a given. But I was told that that kind of thing was normal here. It seems like a waste to turn all of that down. If someone valued me that highly, I take it as an opportunity to prove my strength. Yeah. Strength, I'm sorry. Having too much money would be boring. But doesn't money influence everything around here? This guy thinks that if he just put his mind to it, he could climb to the top easily. Phew, he definitely does. No, not at all. They were mocking him, but he let it slide right off him. But based on what they said, you have a lot of confidence, don't you? Even if I do, I'm the type to say I don't. What is it that you're interested in, Chet? At my question, Chet began over me. I felt a little confused, but I walked towards him. The only thing I'm interested in is someone like you. He pulled me in by the arms and pushed me to the floor. What the hell? What, Chet? You asked, didn't you? Yes, but this isn't an answer.
Yeah.
Oh, but it is. I like chasing down those who try to run from me. I don't know what you mean. I struggled violently against Chet's arms. This is how I am. Please try to understand. Alan and Brett are right there. Then why don't we put on a show for them? Chet pushed himself against me. As he continued, my heart started beating more wildly. What the hell is happening? I could feel the others two looking at us, and I grew even more embarrassed. Please, stop messing around. Then I saw Brett's face. Hinata, you really are a disaster. Help me! Now, please don't make a fuss. How can I not? The more I struggled, the closer Chet pressed up against me. I told you, running away makes me want to chase you down even more. He strengthened his grip on my arm and I got some feeling of being tied up. What am I supposed to do? Chet's sweet scent was tickling my senses. It left me even weaker than usual. Maybe I didn't hate this as much as I thought. I was just embarrassed. You are just so adorable, Hinata. My heart shuddered at his voice whispering in my ear. There's definitely something wrong with this.
Oi.
That's enough, Chet. Alan's threatening voice cut in. Nah, this is fun. It's not. Let him go. I suppose I must. Why don't we continue this later? Chet. Even as a joke, this was going too far. My face was hot, and I could tell I was bright red. Chet lifted his weight off of me. He stood up and offered me his hand. I took it automatically and got to my feet. But why do I suddenly feel lonely? It's pointless. If I had been alone, I would have rolled up in a corner. Thanks, Alan.
Yeah.
Not at all. We're used to Chet's tricks by now.
Oh yeah.
Used to them? Please don't say anything to make Hinata nervous. I'm the only one who gets to make him nervous. All I wanted to do was stare at the ceiling.
Nah.
Say, Hinata, are you the kind to keep your trap shut? Huh? Why? I tilted my head at Brett's unexpected question. It's probably better not to let anyone know he's been invited to take over for that monster. Just a bit of advice. Monster? You mean Mr. Carnegie? He's been called that both in the financial world and in the underworld. I nodded at Chet's explanation. So, would it get into trouble if I talked about it?
Huh?
Well, I didn't see what was so obvious about it. I tilted my head again. Brett turned to look at Chet. Their eyes met. Don't worry about what Brett said. That's easier said than done.
Oh.
Hinata, I wasn't planning on telling you what I do for a living. Chet began stroking my hair carefully, as if he were trying to soothe my nerves. In my line of work, it's a good thing to stand out. It's not a good thing to stand out too much. You do kind of stand out, though. Maybe he didn't think he stood out on the surface of society, but someone who looked like Chet was likely to stick in people's mind. Of course, I use my appearance as a tool for my work as well. I see. I felt a little shocked at how directly he'd answer what I'd been thinking. Was I really that easy to read? Moreover, I was growing curious about Chet's occupation. Alan and Brett seemed to know.
Oi.
Why are you being all dodgy? You like Hinata, right?
そうですね。
Yes, I do, but it's difficult to find the best opportunity to talk about these things. Well, here's your chance. I'm not interested in being handed a chance by someone else. I sensed that Chet was trying to avoid telling me. You don't have to tell me. I wanted to know, but... You're staring. Is something wrong? No. If you didn't want to talk about it, there was no point in trying to push him. I could have kicked myself.
Oi.
You pretty much do whatever you're told, huh? You think so? You're lovers. You're out to speak up for yourself. What did he just say?
Yeah.
Brett, it's a little early to say that. What? You aren't there yet?
まったく。
You always assume things like that.
は
You share a room every night, so it just makes sense. No, it doesn't. I finally organized my thoughts and plucked up the courage to contradict him. Lovers, come on. No need to get so flustered, Hinata. About what? I felt like screaming, but my embarrassment shut me up. I want to get out of here, but if I say that I'm going to bed, they would know what I was trying to get away. And I didn't want to make things more awkward. At that moment, Chet got up. He winked at me as if to give me a sign. Did you realize how uncomfortable I felt? Well, I'm stepping out for a moment. Better get to work before things get any more difficult.
Huh?
You're going to work now? It was already past 10 p.m. What kind of work could he be doing at a time like this? Yes, I have to make a living after all. Watch out for yourself. Please try to keep your hands off Hinata while I'm away, won't you?
Ah.
Yeah. Chet waved a hand and winked. The little hint of a threat in his parting words sounded way too cool. Work at a time like this. Had to know. I didn't want to follow him, but I know he's looking out for me. I'm going out to follow Chet. Well, I can't help but wonder.
Oh.
Not a bad idea, since the guy's not telling you everything.
Hi.
Right. Yeah, that's so cute. I went after Chad, hoping to find out more about his work. I finally caught up with him. I spotted Chad at the end of the dark street and ran after him. It was easy to find him the way he stood out. But his movements were inconsistent, so pursuing him was difficult. I felt that if I was looking away for an instant, I'd lose sight of him. Where's he going? Come to think of it, this is my first time doing something on my own since I met Chet. Until now, Chet had gone with me every time. When I went to university, Alan had always been around. And when Alan couldn't be there, Chet was acting as my teacher. There's nothing unusual about going for a walk on my own, but I felt a little anxious and helpless. But I'm the one who decided to follow him after all. No point in regretting it now. Soon after, I noticed that we were going in circles. 30 minutes had passed since Chet had begun to circle his destination. Excuse me. What kind of place is this? It was an eerie, abandoned building. Even more so when I was about to set foot inside alone. A feeling of dread in my stomach, I pressed on. I'd assumed his workplace would be a little different. I kept going, deeper and deeper into the building. Eventually, I spotted the outline of a person standing still in the darkness. Chet? I started to call out to him, but I quickly changed my mind. When I approached, I saw that someone else was there as well. I moved closer silently. Please excuse my delay, Mr. Realtor. They seem to know each other. Just in time. Did you bring what we agreed on? Here's the contract, as agreed. Signed. Please take a look at it. Chet took an envelope from the man's hand.
ありがとうございます。
Thanks. Sure thing. You trusted me, I trusted you. It's a give and take. But are you sure you want to do this? Last time you've got rid of evidence and now... Don't ask questions you're not being paid to ask. Right, I'll leave it to you then. My heart jumped out at his words. They were talking about me. I held my breath, trying to hold myself back from saying anything. Chet, just how deeply involved is he in all of this? Come to think of it, every move he made had left me doubtful. Was he going to blame this on me too? Has Chet arranged this whole thing? With uncertain steps, I made myself known to Chet. I'm sorry. Hinata, it's dangerous for you to be out this late. The same smile as always. Could he keep that expression on his face at a time like this? What were you doing?
Hi.
I came to get these. He showed me the envelope, as though he had nothing to hide. Money? I had that man cooperate with me.
Huh?
Cooperate?
Hi.
Yes, I entrusted some work to him. Why? I didn't doubt his words. Whatever organization wanted to frame me for murder was using his real estate agent, another member of the organization, as a tool. The place I rented was already gone, and now... What the hell was Chad's plight here? I could barely look at him. Why did you lie to me? Suddenly I realized. Chad, what kind of job do you do? I'll tell you eventually. I want to know now. I have to know. Hinata, please don't cry. Chad approached me. He stretched out his arms and touched the corner of my eye. Just then, we heard several sets of footsteps. Already there? That was quick. Chad pulled his hand back and listened intently. It's not safe here. We have to run. He ripped my tears away roughly. Run? But where? Whoa! Chad grabbed my arm and ran in the opposite direction of the entrance. They have guns. We don't stand a chance if we face them head on. What do we do? This. He grinned and pulled something the size of a cell phone out of his pocket. Then he pushed a red button in the middle of the device. And there was an almighty explosion? Have we been isekai'd? What is happening here? Get out of here. Chad, let's get out of here. With an explosion like this, the whole building might collapse. I pulled Chad's arm, trying to run. Calm down, Hinata. We'll be safe here. But I told you, we'll be alright. I nodded and stayed right there until everything got quiet again. This is really isekai. What is happening here? What's going on with this guy? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but I have to ask you to simply trust me right now. Fine, for now, but I still want you to tell me. Of course, I promise, I'll explain everything. Then I'll trust you. I took his hand and left the abandoned building behind. What is happening here? How long had we been running? Surprise, isekai. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. This is so confusing. We moved quickly, winding our way through the street, winding our way through the crowd in the street. Man, isn't this far enough? Chad, please wait. Chad didn't look back. I called out to him again. I'm sure we're safe if we come this far. Iris? Thank you for the follow. Thank you for coming to the KEIOS. Welcome in. Good evening, good day, or whatever time it is on your place. Welcome to the stream. You seem distressed over what you've done. Chad finally stopped. What the hell is happening? Yeah, my question! His smile was sad as he spoke. I've become the target. Because of all the people around us, I couldn't hear him very well. Just now, what did you... Let's walk a little further. Still holding hands, we continue through the hustle and bustle. Shouldn't we go somewhere quieter? No, wait, no, we're safer with a lot of people around. Okay. He remained silent for a while and I made up my mind to ask him. What you said just now, why is that? Why has the target switched from Mr. Carnegie to me? Yes, I don't really understand. Lately, their goal has been to assassinate the old man who's been called a monster. If he dies, the balance of economic strength will collapse. So, supposing someone appeared as a successor, the system wouldn't collapse. There might be a few hiccups, but what are the chances of... Oh. So he was trying to divert this assassin from himself? I had been confused by how suddenly he'd made that offer. But the suddenness was exactly the point. Precisely. But it turns out he was talking to someone affiliated with the assassination plot. He must feel betrayed. So that's why Cheddar turned him down.
そんな
No one's been told. I remember what Brad has said about the possibility of this going public. After that visit, there would have been plenty of times for the news to spread. It's meaningless now. I can't find out where he's going soon. Honestly, what a bother. A smile tugged at his lips and he looked off into the distance. There was something ominous about his profile that made me shiver.
ね
Well, what shall we do now? The gentle smile he was wearing now made it hard to believe what he'd looked like just moments before. Which one was his real face?
あの
This is about you. You should take it more seriously. You may say that, but I'm the sort who prefers to find entertainment in everything. Of course. Chad was someone who found everything amusing. He was too hedonic that way, even if he died. He wouldn't care. And I felt unexpected tears spring to my eyes. I tried to hold them back, but Chad noticed.
ひなた
Hinata, what's
ど
the
うした
matter?
怖い思いをさせたからでしょうか
Have I frightened you? He asked me question after question, seemingly at
で
a
は
loss.
どこか怪我でも
Are you
ど
injured?
こか痛いんですか
Where does it hurt? I shook my head at every question.
一体どうしたんです
What
か
on earth is wrong? Seeing such a human display of confusion from Chad made me feel a little better.
僕は
I'm worried
あ
about
な
you.
たが心配なんです。もっと
Please
真
take
剣に
this
考
more
えてくださ
seriously.
い。
ひなた
Hinata. He held me
自
gently.
分の命が
Your life is on the
かかって
line.
いるんですから。
I realized I was hugging him back. I wished he would think things over a little. My arms hugged him tighter and tighter. Hinata,
私のために
thank you for thinking
あり
of
がとう
me.
ございます。
シャドウさんのためじゃ。
It's not just about you.
そんな嘘
Don't
私
you
は
think I
簡単
can
に見
see
破っ
right
てし
through
ま
a
いま
line
す
like that? His chuckle resounded in my ear. I know. My hair was clearer now that I vented my emotions. There was no time to stand around here in each other's
あ
arms.
の
Chad, let's leave the country. I unwound my arms from around him and looked into his eyes. Leave? You mean flee?
はい
Yes. Why don't we go somewhere safe? Ah, there it is again. The creepy look had cast a shadow over his face again. It isn't in my nature to run
で
away.
も
But
ね
let's go home, Hinata. His smile returned and he took my
え
hand. Now, I wonder how we should amuse ourselves. I heard him murmuring. He's enjoying this. I have to stand firm or Chad's going to self-destruct. I didn't understand Chad as a person, but I could tell he had one or two screws loose. True though. That's so true. Okay, so episode 9. So 4 to go. Let's see. The house was dark when we got back. We moved around quietly so as not to wake anyone.
おやおや
I wish he had waited for me to get back. It's already late. It was my own reckless choice to go out. Protecting you made me want to hurt them even more. With a soft smile, he touched my cheek. Something feels
あ
off.
の
Chad, are you avoiding my suggestion? I knew it. Leaving the country, I believed he had the will to do it, but things are extremely dangerous right now.
でも
Hearing you say that makes me want to let this go even less. Knowing you feel that way is enough for me. If it were me, I would go to the police. I played out the situation in my mind, but I remembered what a pointless exercise there was. You can't, I know. Money was everything. With money, even a murderer. I slumped and tried to come up with a different idea. It's unfortunate that you're not rich, Hinata. I slumped even further at Chad's ruthless words.
あの
What if we told the police that you were a candidate to succeed Mr. Carnegie? I'm afraid not. I couldn't detect even a hint of disappointment in his face. Mr. Carnegie is guilty of plenty of things himself, so he would become a serious... How is this pronounced in English? I only know the German pronunciation and I'm fairly sure this is not correct in English. Give me a second, I need to look this up. Achilles? This sounds weird. But never mind. I'll just take it.
Oh.
If we aren't careful, the police will fabricate some suitable crime to bring us in. Even supposing we managed to file a lawsuit, Mr. Carnegie would crush us completely.
そんな
I looked at Chad, who was humming to himself.
あの
Why aren't you freaking out? Seeing him acting even a little bit anxious would have helped me feel less uneasy. There's no point in losing one's mind, he continued. And there's no point in getting worked up over something uninteresting. I already know that. I'm very happy right now. Happy?
あの
Even though someone's after your
Hi.
life? Ever since you started avoiding me, we've been spending less and less time together. Now that you mentioned it. So, you're happy? Yes. When I think about how I found a place in your mind, my heart does a little dance. Even though he might get himself killed, I felt stupid for freaking out. But I was also sensing something about Chet that was normally impossible to grasp. Though I still couldn't accept his attitude. He clapped his hands together and grinned wryly, as though he thought of something.
あの
Do you have an idea?
いえ
No, even better. He took out the envelope that the man had given him at the abandoned building.
と
What is
no.
that? I got your apartment back for you.
Oh.
It's all in your name, of course. What? It's still a little dangerous, but you can move right back in once things have settled down. I couldn't speak. And nor could I take the envelope that Chad held out to me. I looked at him and the envelope in turn. How could I not be suspicious of him? I've been tricked since the very beginning. But now, he's like this and I understand if you're unable to forgive me after
ですが
everything. After all, I got you involved in all of this and...
あの
Chad, I... Don't look at me like that. Just take the envelope. Thank you. The envelope felt unbelievably heavy in my hands. My emotions were all over the place. I didn't know how to express what I felt. I think it's time we had a long talk. You wanted to know more about me, didn't you? Chad's occupation. I simultaneously did and didn't want to know. But Chad continued without waiting for an answer. I'm a con man. Oh. I couldn't wrap my head around it in time to give a proper answer.
すみません
Sorry, Hinato. He apologized sincerely, and I wasn't sure what he was apologizing for. Thank you for telling me.
と
You must feel so lost, and yet you're much too kind.
あの
Was the realtor working with you too?
いえ
No, I simply requested something of him. Creating real estate documents and things like that, I prefer to work alone. Then why? I was the one who arranged for your substitution. However, similarly, he was set up to take the blame for what I have done. So, I get this straight. C Corporation, who wanted Carnegie killed, had planted an assassin at the university. This was because Carnegie was the chairman of the university board. It didn't matter whether or not the guy looked like me. It was the sort of thing where it didn't matter if people with evidence came forward as witnesses. He assumed my name just as I was planning to start university and took my place. At the same time, Chad met with the assassin sent by C Corp and accepted a contract to deceive me. He took a lot of precaution, thinking through every possible option. Having the realtor cheat me out of my flat was probably one of them. By taking all of those precautions, Chad made it very difficult for anyone to detect what exactly he had arranged. If someone asked me, I would have to say you've been doing some really bad stuff, but to let someone else take the blame, hearing him talk about it now was even more of a shock than I had imagined.
ええ
I have no excuse. I couldn't say it's just how I make a living, but this was just a natural way of things here, wasn't it?
あの
So, the money. Why? Because I'm not going to deceive you anymore. Why is that? I found myself drowning in a foolish hope. So much I couldn't make myself distinguish between right and wrong. Drowning in Chad's eyes. Just then the phone rang. It continued ringing in the dark. I have a bad feeling about this. So do I. Chad stood up and walked over to the phone. I grabbed Chad's hands to keep him from picking up. I'll answer.
おや
Whatever for? I picked up the receiver instead of answering him. I don't want them to know Chet's here. Chet? You? I hadn't expected Carnegie to be on the other end of the line. He was the main reason Chet was now in this dangerous situation. Where's Chet? Would it be okay for me to say that he was here? He got attacked, didn't he? Is he hurt?
Huh?
How do you know that? Need I remind you that I have a good deal of influence? The influence had protected Carnegie. Then you can help Chet, can't you? What exactly are you talking about? I'm begging you, please help him. I heard Carnegie snort on the other end of the line. He's going to be my successor. He has to solve things like this on his own. You were the one who suddenly decided he'd be your successor. I gripped the receiver tightly in frustration. I don't care what you say. You get no assistance from me. Or is Chet himself looking for someone to save him? He had never given any indication of that. Even now, he was just looking on and smiling. Hinata, I'll be perfectly fine. But please give me the phone. I couldn't refuse him. I handed him the receiver and took a step back. What are they going to talk about? Probably about what happened today. But it was way too soon for anyone to have found out what had happened just now. I stared at Chet's back with unease.
Oh yeah.
Good evening. At your age, I assumed you would be asleep by now. I heard Carnegie laugh loudly. What was so funny? Yes, no, there's no need to worry. So may I ask you to refrain from doing such a thing again? I understand you perfectly well. My anxiety was growing rapidly. Does that mean... Were you the one who sent those men? That deal that deceives blowing my nerves. I'm not your successor, but I accept your challenge. Yes, I think we both enjoy this as a great deal. Chet hung up the phone. Haha, what an event this will be. He brushed his hair out of his face and turned around. Wait! What are you raising your voice for? Are you saying that Mr. Carnegie was behind what had happened at the building? Yes, at first I thought the men were from C Corp, but considering the timing of that phone call, it had to be Mr. Carnegie. He confirmed that for me. I felt my blood tremble, not knowing what all of that meant. So, setting you up as a successor? He said if this matter were brought up with the proper clause, I would seriously have to take over. He muttered about what an annoyance this was. This was the first time I'd ever heard him whine. What happened at that abandoned building was more or less a test of my abilities in a crisis. Isn't that taking it too far?
Yeah.
It's been clear from the beginning. At this point, you're the only one I can rely on, Hinata. Now, where to go from here? Noticing that we were alone, his face lit up. Even at a time like this, a warm feeling was spreading through my chest. I'm the only one he has? I felt something like happiness at that, even though I didn't feel appropriate right now. Thinking of something happy?
Yeah.
No. What am I thinking? I was somehow pleased to have him all to myself, even with everything going on. I could stay by this mysterious man's side. Why was I so glad about that? I want to tell him. Those feelings I couldn't describe that were growing inside me. It didn't matter whether he was a guy or a girl. I want to tell him how I feel. Hinata, you look happy, but you also look ill at ease. You're being very fidgety. It's fine. That's just how I am. Chet, there's something I want to tell you. The day you make up your mind is a fortunate day. Remembering that saying from my hometown, I decided to declare my feelings. Wait, Hinata. He stopped me by covering my mouth. Then he told me to stay quiet. My heart was beating wildly. What was happening? In the silence, the living room door opened.
Oi.
What are you doing here this late? Ellen, Britt. I had been so tense that all the strength went out of me. Did we wake you up? Yeah. Now as an apology for waking us up, you'd better tell us what happened. I don't want to drag you into it, but shall I tell you? We're already plenty wrapped up in it. Alan looked at me. They were dragged into the moment I was invited to stay here. Alright, I tell you. The other two moved to the couch. I faced Chet, an eager expression on my face. This is great. What is... Well, maybe we can get them to help us. I don't know about that. People are concerned with what will benefit them most, after all. After giving me such a grim response, he sat down. Chad, everyone seemed to be getting along very well, but in reality, no one was fully able to trust each other. Finally, I could drink. Then, Chad and I explained what had happened in painful detail. This is seriously pain in the ass. Sorry. You've got nothing to apologize for. He's right. The root for everything on one of those evils is that old man. I feel like that's a bit of an exaggeration. If we were talking about the person who deceived me in the first place, I glanced at Chad's face. He winked innocently. I knew Chip was glossing over certain things. I was getting swallowed up in his mindset. So, what you two gonna do now? I looked away as Brett said that. Of course, for the sake of my peaceful future with Hinata, I will fight.
Yeah.
Hinata ain't yours. I was just a figure of speech. Don't worry about it. Brett grimaced, but then it quickly changed into a smirk. Well, as long as you pay me enough, I've got no reason not to help. Come now, we live together, so I must ask you to do it free of charge.
Oi.
Free of charge? Now then, is it alright? Everyone exchanged looks.
Huh?
Is what alright? Since they are after my life, they will likely stage an attack here. I'm asking if that is alright.
Oi.
No, it's not. I suppose not. You're a crafty bastard. Guess we're stuck with it. If you're so sure about what's gonna happen, we better make our move soon. Huh? But we don't even know where they are. Brett looked ready to rush out of the door immediately. I frantically tried to stop him. Don't be reckless. We need to discuss what we're going to do. I grabbed Brett's arm to keep him from leaving. I act first and ask questions later. It's what I do. And I can feel this. Yeah, this is exactly how I handle things. For every guy who's bad at using his brain, there's another who's good at it. Are you saying you trust me? I'm just saying I recognize your strategy abilities. I still don't trust you as a person. Brad, please calm down. Fine, I hear you out. Thank goodness. I let go of Brad and return to my seat. First of all, Hinata, you've come this far, so enjoy yourself. This again? This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, wouldn't you agree? I could do just fine without it. I feel the same way. As if, Ellen, you just want to contradict Chad. Ellen looked sullen. Right on point. Everyone, please take this seriously. Doesn't this count as thinking it over? Ellen tapped the table with his fingers. This mess ends here. Yes, you're right. I'm going to begin to concern directions, so listen up. Okay. I was startled at the word directions at first, but the other two seemed ready to agree. First of all, Mr. Carnegie will apparently be holding a party soon. According to the man himself, it's his birthday. We should all attend. That's good to hear. Yes, except we don't have tickets. Should I take care of that? If you would. Then Chad turned to Brett. On the day itself, I want you to cause a ruckus at the scene. Rockin'? I'll find some of my gang buddies to have some time in their hands. You're not to break anything or cause any kind of damage. Alright, I tell them to be careful. Chad looked at me last. Finally, it's my turn. Hinata, why don't the two of us go together? Okay. Then we'll disperse for today and get a good night's rest. Chad ignored me and stood up. We'll pick up where we left off once we're alone. He returned to his room without another word. Does he mean... When I was trying to tell him that I was in love with him, he remembered. Now come on, he was cute the last few times. It seems that I'm starting to lose my mind. Well, we'll pick up from where we left off once we're alone. When I said that and returned to my room before Hinata, I may have just been trying to run away. The reason I was so hesitant to tell him about my work was because I feared precisely the response I got. Of course, it's not the sort of occupation one can declare just like that, so I told hardly anyone about it. And yet, to see Hinata looking at me that way and saying nothing. Why does my chest hurt so much? A dry laugh escaped the back of my throat. That boy is always so honest and straightforward. All I ever seen from him are earnest responses and genuine smiles.
僕は
I'm worried
あなた
about
が
you.
もっと
Please, take this more
真剣に
seriously.
考えてく自分の命
Your
が
life is on the line.
かかっているんですから
His face at that moment. Once he knew that my life was in danger, Hinata began to worry about me from the bottom of his heart. I didn't even consider my own life all that valuable, and yet this boy was anxious about a total stranger. His desperate face, looking like he might cry at any moment, had been appealing to me. I would be sad to lose you too. My heart would be crushed and I would spare no efforts in punishing the one who killed you. But this boy was different. He had backed me because of the pain and sadness that threatened his heart. He genuinely valued my life, and that's why he was acting this way. I had no idea anyone with a heart that pure truly exists. I had to stifle a laugh. It was so amusing I could hardly bear it. That the day would come when someone was sincerely worried about me. A sense of indescribable warmth welled up inside. I clenched my hand to my chest. I've always had a tragic mindset when it comes to the human. But to be trembling like this, wanting to act impulsively, it's foolish. I mocked myself. Then I slowly sank into bed. Hinata was surely going to rush in at any moment. Now what should I do? I could feign sleep and wait for him. The door opened quietly. I heard footsteps approaching. My heart surprised me, beating as excitedly as that of a young boy. Now we get the spicy content. Episode 10. Just need to drink. I felt sure that Chad would be awake and waiting for me. After all, he was the one talking about continuing our earlier conversation. But he's in bed? This unexpected situation left me feeling exhausted. I found my feet carrying me towards the sleeping form. You've got guards creeping up on a sleeping man. I made a surprised sound as Chad's eyes flew open. You're awake! I can't fall asleep that quickly. So, what's this all about? He was smirking, probably remembering our previous conversation. You're mean.
Eh?
I am? I don't think so. I just want to chase you down when I see you running away. He said he wants to chase me down. I said all sorts of traps for that purpose. Stop saying such creepy stuff. He made it sound like he was trying to capture me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mira went to bed, so... This man, what was he thinking? It's too early for you to get caught, Hinata. He pushes me away lightly. Thank you, Vampy, for the lurk. And then... now we get the spice. Good night. After throwing such a standard phrase at me, he went straight back to sleep. Oh, no spice? No spice. Ellen and Brad were usually around, but today they weren't. Aww! Shoo! Thank you for the raid! Thank you so much! How was your stream? I was looking on your stream the whole time. It was on my phone. Thank you for the raid, honey. Hi, baby. How are you? Hopefully your stream was good. It was nice. Yeah, we are in the middle of something. I think, yeah, I think we will get the spice sooner or later, so Yeah. But we had some nice people coming to the stream and supporting us. So, yeah. As of now, everything is good. Thank you for the raid again. Oh, oops. Okay, guys, before we continue, I will just use... thank you. I hope it will be okay. We should be finished in about half an hour, I guess. So, but I need to go to the bathroom first, so excuse me for a second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's continue. I hope everybody else who came over with a shoe don't mind me playing a BL visual novel. So, yeah, but thank you guys for coming here, and thank you guys for still being here. Thank you again, Shu, for the raid. Yeah, so we're gonna continue our game. Yeah, the apartment was very quiet in their absence. I just can't relax. Life here was generally hectic. Someone or other was always around, so I have been enjoying my time here. Good morning, Hinata. Good morning. Is that coffee? It smells marvelous. Oh, yes. Do you want some too? He shook his head and glanced at my face. You have dark circles under your eyes. Did you not sleep well? Well, I had a lot in my mind. Could you tell me that I was lying? That I hadn't been able to sleep because I've been wondering when he'd come to my bed? Well, as long as everything's alright. I didn't know what he was talking about. But I did know that my face had turned red. Say, why don't we go out for a moment? Groggily, I gulped down the rest of my coffee and nodded. There were fewer people in the streets than usual, and something felt off. Chet didn't seem to feel any danger, striding alongside me confidently. Will we be safe in the middle of the day? Are you worried we'll be attacked? We've nothing to fear on that front. I feel like we ought to do something. I remembered Ellen and Brett. They weren't at home because they were taking care of what they've been asked to do. The place we're going to will help us prepare for later. Really? Chet nodded, and after a moment we reached the storefront. Here. He pointed at a high-end store. This is... We're here to pick out some clothes that will suit you, so have fun. Huh? The amusement in his smile made me shiver. I had a hunch nothing good was going to happen here. I can choose myself. So may I ask you to wait outside? What does he mean, so? Listen to me. In the end, Chet wouldn't allow me to pick up my own clothes or even set much as a foot inside the store. I was afraid to see what he was carrying in the plastic bag he brought out with him. Those two are taking a while to come back. I was trying hard not to let the conversation stray to the close. They have everything ready by tonight. When is the party? Tomorrow night. Isn't that too rushed?
Yeah.
It won't benefit us to drag things out too long. They're likely to start hunting me in earnest now. That's awful. And to think Mr. Carnegie attacked you too.
Oh.
Just so you know, he did warn me. Did he hire hitmen?
Yeah.
I don't think they were skilled enough to be hitmen. They were probably meant as a warning. Are you worried? There's no point to it if you die that easily. That's why I was the scapegoat. Don't look so frightened. Now, since I've been shopping at this fancy store, those who are after me should have... Excuse me. Should have an inkling that I'll make an appearance at the party. That's why you went out during the day. He nodded and reached into the plastic bag. Here, try this on. What he showed me first was a suit with slits along the sides. And then a gown fit for a princess, lined with pink laces. And finally an elegant dress with a low neckline. These are all for women! Even if he was still treating me like a child, there was no reason for me to wear anything like this. I bought them for you. I don't care. I don't like them. That's a shame. He sighed deeply, then narrowed his eyes and grinned. You can put them on yourself, or I can undress you, or you can have my way with you until you feel like putting them on. By all means, take your pick. Those eyes. He's serious. Oh, I'm not so sure. I'm really not so sure. I put them on myself. If I have to try them on regardless, I'll get dressed myself. Oh, how disappointing. Now that it had been determined that I would wear one of these things, I started worrying about which one Shep would make me put on. With these slits, it would be easy to slip one's hand under. It's not meant for slipping your hand anywhere! Growing bored of the suit, he looked at the pink princess dress next. Someone could hide under the skirt of this one. What are you talking about? Next, he picked up the dress with the low neckline. This sort of garment shows that you want someone to touch you up top rather than down below. This is completely untrue. Now, where shall we start? His game continued for a while, I guess. Can we stop now? Already? I was enjoying myself. I can imagine wanting to kiss you while you were dressed as a girl. Let's go for the cute one. Why are you planning to kiss me? This was a minimal objection, but Chad looked at me very seriously. Everywhere, wherever I want. What's more, I truly think these would suit you well. Doesn't matter to me whether you're dressed like a boy or a girl. At the sudden change in Chad's expression, my heart began to throb. Chad. Now why don't you try one of these on? With a grin, Chad spread the woman's garment out on the floor and continued to scrutinize me. Which one would you prefer, Hinata? I think they're all... If a girl were to wear any of those, I would say the fluttery pink dress would make her the cutest. But when it came to me, I felt embarrassed at the thought of wearing any of them. Are you going to force me to choose one for you? Judging by the way he was looking at me, I had a feeling something very bad might happen if I let him pick, but... Yes, please do. I knew that in the end I would hate whatever he came up with, regardless. Then please put this one on. Looking enormously pleased, Chad unfolded the dress with the low white neckline. I knew it! Alright. Even if I refused, I knew he would make me put it on eventually. Feeling simultaneously resigned and like I didn't want to rain on Chad's parade, I took the dress. I'll go change. I was too modest to want to change here. I ran from the bedroom into the living room. You're as cute as ever, Hinata. Oh, when we get a picture of Hinata in a dress? But just as I thought. Chad, I can't do this. You really don't know when to give up. Well, I guess there's no way around it.
Huh?
Huh? Chet, with a look of forced regret, took out something. What was it? That's woman's underwear, isn't it?
はい
That's exactly right. You hate the dress so much, so I thought perhaps these, as a matter of fact, I bought them at the same time. Please try them on. I can't do that
お
either.
や
My, you really are a stubborn child. Chet crossed his arms in consideration. You shouldn't have to think about it so much. Alright, let me just imagine what you would look like so beautifully adorned. Huh? Chet moved around behind me and slipped his hand under my clothes and onto my bare skin. What are you doing? I'm caressing you while imagining you in that dress from before. What? If I acted too nonchalantly, I might disappoint him. With it being so open at the chest, I suppose one could do it even with the dress still on. Do it? What are you talking
おや
about? Oh, Hinata, are you telling me to prefer doing it in the nude? You surprise me.
ちょっと
No, I don't! Hang on, did you buy me women's clothes and underwear because you wanted to do this? You did, didn't you? I can't say that you're wrong. I knew it. Chet, you're toying with me way too much. What's more, this sort of play could get dangerously very quickly. Chet's actions seemed to be escalating. I turned towards the door and took a step forward. But just then, I found myself frozen in place. Wait, Hinata. Chet had grabbed my hips from behind and pulled me towards him. Do you really dislike the clothes I picked out for you so completely? I heard Chet's seductive voice right next to my ear. This was definitely foul play, whispering to me like that.
いえ
No, that's not it. It was all I could say. You're so sweet and lovely. He kissed me lightly on the cheek. I love that about you. Love? That single word made my heart race. You're so open to evil influences.
あの
Stop making fun of me.
おや
Weren't you the one who wanted me to have my way with you? Yes, but you're being malicious. You already knew that about me, didn't you? I'm a cruel man. Completely unashamed, Chet threw out his chest and declared it so.
うん
And now, I really must have you put on what I bought for you. Our conversation continued along the same lines after that. In the end, I was used as Chet's dress-up doll and threw out Lee at that for his amusement. The day of the party arrived in the blink of an eye. Is it okay if I just wear what I usually wear for the party after all?
はい
That's just like you, Hinata. Very cute. Oh, or... Interrupting himself, Chet drew closer. Wouldn't it be better to go as a girl? My face grew hot.
やめてください
No way!
おい
You two are getting along a little too well. Brett, who had been watching us, interjection with a tone of exasperation.
いえ
No, different than usual. Getting other people to do his work for him while he sits around here looking pretty. Alan snorted. Is Alan angry? I'm grateful. I have my own tactics prepared. Oh. Alan smirked, looking curious. Chet chuckled. We've set everything up, haven't we? Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I'll go first. Ellen!
な
You go with Chet. I'll go ahead. Oh, Brett's also gone. I looked back and found Chet smiling triumphantly. What's going to happen now? I feel like everyone understands everything. Am I the only one who doesn't? The venue wasn't far away, so we decided to walk there. We weren't in particularly formal wear. For want of a better word, this was a simple outgoing. This is just like a date, isn't it? Why would you say that? Should I not? Obviously. I don't mind being a couple of guys when we were at the house, but whenever we went outside, I couldn't help to worry about people staring at us. If I were dressed like that, I wasn't interested in cross-dressing, but I did wonder about things it would be like if I were a girl. We could be holding hands, we could link our arms. It would be so easy to show I love this person, but I don't feel like that's something I can say. My blood seized at these thoughts. My hand was especially warm. I realized Chet was holding it. When did...
はい
You you weren't doing it, so I thought it'd be better to take the initiative. I can't do English anymore, guys. I'm so sorry.
でも
My brain is dead. People will see.
おや
No need to worry. This is perfectly normal. Just a sign of pure love. He chuckled. You looked nervous, so I thought it would be more fun for you to think about something else. I'm right beside you. So it was alright if we held hands. I squeezed his hand a little tighter. It was bigger than mine and my heart beat rapidly.
ね
Soon enough, everything will be settled. And then, well, let's just say I'm looking forward to it.
Eh?
Huh? Looking forward to my confession? Could I trust him? Did he feel the same way I did? Chet often admitted that he loves the chase. What if he could go cold towards me the instant I told him about my feelings? Hey, you two sure seem friendly with each other. But you could have a lot more fun with us than with that pretty boy. Ugh, those guys are disgusting. If you don't want the fella with you to get hurt, you ought to come with us. 5 mean-looking guys appeared out of nowhere. They were cycling us. Are these guys... Chad?
やれやれ
What a pain. He pulled his cell phone out of his breast pocket. I didn't know he was planning to call. Everyone around us was so surprised by this that no one said anything. Who the hell are they? We should take the chance to run away. While I was dealing with a sudden surge of anxiety, Chet was smiling. There must be something wrong with me for feeling so calm every time I see him
お願
smile.
いします
Good, thank you very much. Chet ended the phone call and turned to me. Everything will be alright. Well, we might get killed.
いいえ
Hardly. This lot has nothing to do with today's party. Huh? They're just delinquents. You think a professional would go about it so shabbily? I guess. Well, actually, even if what Chet said was true, this wasn't really the time to be saying it. The others were right there. Surely he knows that. Quit screwing around. We'll be taking the spread with us. One of the men raised his fist. With impeccable timing, a patrol car drove up. The police dragged the man away. We were left in peace, but wasn't that timing a little too perfect? Wait, was the phone call? Yes, I contacted the police. What the? Is something amusing you?
えっと
I was just thinking about how gallantly you swoop in and save the day at times like this. I'm not that much of a fighter.
そうですね
Yeah, I can't really picture you punching someone. You can't? Oh, it's almost time. We should hurry. I wanted to enjoy this moment just a little longer. It's a shame this couldn't last a little longer. I'm so confused about this guy. We're at the casino? I thought this was for a birthday party. Feeling out of place, I surveyed our surroundings. This place happens to belong to Mr. Carnegie.
Oh.
He probably chose the casino because of how easy it is to station security here. Of course. Now that you mentioned it, the customers in the casino look different than before. All of them were wearing suits and dresses that looked custom-made. They were holding champagne glasses and making elegant chit-chat. Compared to all of them, I'm pretty underdressed. From time to time, I could feel someone staring coldly at me. I didn't even have to look to know they were taking note of how underdressed we were. Chet was looking around the room restlessly.
あの
What's the matter? I'm looking for Ellen and Brad.
と
Maybe they're in the corner trying not to stand out. I pointed at a dark space out of the general view. As I started to move in that direction, I recognized 2 familiar faces in the crowd. Hinata, here they are.
お
Yo, you're late. Did something happen? Contrary to my exceptions, the 2 of them were blending in perfectly with the rest of the attendees. You 2 are amazing. I couldn't spot you at all. I was more afraid of the assassin's eyes than I was of the stares of those around me. And yet, those 2 had succeeded at blending in. If you make yourself invisible, it's actually quite easy. Make yourself invisible?
あ
Yep, here, have some of the champagne.
えっと
I don't really, I'm sorry. It's not that I couldn't drink, but I wasn't interested in getting drunk in a place like this. Come on, you're a grown man. I guess you're still a kid on the inside. I hated that I couldn't deny
あ
it.
やれやれ
Please don't tease Hinata. His innocence is the cutest thing about him. With one hand on each of my shoulders, Chet stood up. I was even used to being called cute by now. Excuse me, are you Chet, the one the CEO has picked as his successor?
Hi.
I am Chet, but I turned down that offer. What a wasteful thing to do. However, that attitude has made him even more interested in you. He sent us to tell you that. Chet continued conversation politely with the man who had approached him. He was so dignified, so cool that he stood out more than anyone else. Being looked at with such passion is embarrassing, you know? What are you talking about? Immediately after his suggestive whisper, I heard a burst of hoarse laughter. You seem to be having fun. I could never forget the honor of that voice. You. I had no regrets about saying we should try and save Carnegie. But I was angry that this old man had dragged Chad into this mess. Don't look so mad. You spoil your pretty face. I have every reason to be angry.
Oh yeah.
Now, what's past is past. Hinata, please settle down. He's right. The shade enjoyment wasn't wavering. There's something similar about these two. Still, to zero in on Hinata like that, you certainly have good taste. Naturally, I'd like to make her my granddaughter. I'm a boy. Ever since I arrived here, everyone kept talking about how cute I was. I wouldn't mind that in itself, but I couldn't take being called a girl. Of course you're a boy, but those girls things certainly look well on you, didn't they? They both are shocked. No way. Even those two reacted this time. Well, what are you saying? I'm telling the truth, aren't I? He was, but the explanation Chad had given me when we went to that store was that we were setting up a decoy for the assassin. Then what was the point in having me dress up as a girl? My head bursting with questions, I kept a close eye on Chad. With every move he made, he was attracting more and more stares from the people around him.
Nah.
We came all this way to the casino, so why don't we play a game? Huh? I thought you were up to something. What do you say, Mr. Carnegie? Before Carnegie could answer, I tugged at Chad's sleeve. Chad, are you joking? Please say that you are. Say it's a lie.
すみません。
I'm sorry, Hinata. His apology made it clear that he wasn't kidding. It's no use. No matter what I say, Chet won't back down. I looked at Ellen and Brett. I begged them with my eyes to do something about this. But, we were interrupted the last time we were here. Ellen was completely up for it. Chet's life is in danger here. I sighed. Then, Chet gave me a pat on the back. Huh? I took a step forward under the force of his hand. When I looked back in confusion, I saw Chet smiling. I don't know what you're so worried about, but you'll be there'll be a prize, you know? Oh ho. Don't you intend to hand this boy over to the victor?
Hi.
Do what you like with him. I know you're plenty accustomed to enjoying guys. I shall dress him up as a girl for you. Cheers rose from some of the people around us. Wait just a minute. I don't remember agreeing to anything like that. I never imagined Seth would sell me like this. Very well, I'll join your game. What are the rules? Of course, the rules for the casino will suffer. So, cheating.
Oi.
Brett, you talk too loud. Of course, with this many people around, things might become especially heated. Maybe it was at this point that I finally realized Chad was alright with anything as long as it made things interesting for him. I told you from the beginning, this guy is a red flag. And he will always be. Even if it meant driving someone else into an extremely unpleasant situation. 2 episodes to go, guys. I knew Chet just wanted to enjoy himself, but he was putting his life on the line. I can't just watch this silently. Now, since we received permission from our sponsor... Wait, if you're objecting to being made the prize, I'll explain later. That's not it. It's too dangerous. Please call it off. Chet raised his eyebrows and tilted his head in surprise. Leaving things as they are would also be dangerous, wouldn't it? So I felt it would be better to end it all here. And just how are you planning to end it? That's what I wanted to yell, but I held back. For a moment, Chet stopped speaking and made a big show of surveying the room. That is why I've lured Mr. Connery out to this place. Wondering who Connery was, I followed Chet's gaze. no! Rendra, your boyfriend is back! Rendra, it's your boyfriend! He's here! Yo! He's back, finally! Now it's getting interesting again. It was the man who had tried to hunt me down relentlessly.
Ne.
You understand now, don't you? That I cannot back down from this game. Can't back down. Maybe he was right. But he was the one Chad had received the request from in the first place, right? Wouldn't that make this whole thing unavoidable? One thing was clear. Settling everything here would be the quickest way to go about it. Let's go!
Ne.
Let's establish some simple rules. Next thing I knew, Chad had everybody in the palm of his hand. They were all very wealthy. And they must wield all the influence in the city. First, please try not to make your tricks too obvious. Second, in the interest of fairness, we will limit ourselves to one type of game. Third, all battles will be one-on-one. This is a waste of time. Fourth, what happened here stays here. And finally, I will give Hinata to the winner. Of course, I would have felt so much better without the last point. When he had finished talking, I tugged at Chet's clothes. Everyone was looking at us, so I lowered my voice. So why am I the prize?
Sumimasen.
Terribly sorry about that. Straightforward apology. Chet was enjoying himself, but I knew he was trying to protect me, so I couldn't pester him about it any further. You didn't have to recommend that I be dressed like a girl. So, who's toxic today? This guy. Again. The more valuable the prize, the more riled up the game will get, don't you think? I don't want to be a tool for getting people riled up. I'm sure he must have realized how I was feeling, but Chet smoothly evaded all of my questions. Are you planning to lose? Assuming Chet will win, that helped me calm down a tiny bit. But now, only time and luck will determine that. Cheating has nothing to do with luck. I'm dying to see how this turns out. I wanted to believe that he was joking. Now what?
No.
Are you alright? Sorry, that was a stupid question. Ellen, what should I do? It'll be fine as long as one of us wins, right? Leave it to us. Ellen's strong voice encouraged me. I'm gonna have a lot of fun if I get my hands on you. Fun? What exactly does that mean? I'll tell you, but you gotta promise not to run away at the crucial moment. The peculiar smile he gave me left me at a loss for words. Instead, I shook my head, not wanting him to tell me. Well then, let's choose our opponent and get the game started. I hated this version of Chet, acting as the presenter. I'm not telling you to be like Chet, but why don't you try and have a little fun?
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine whoever wins you, as long as you don't forget to have some fun, right? I feel like something bad could happen just as easily. Either way, being won by someone might be kinda nice, huh? No, it's not nice at all. In the end, the only one you can rely on is yourself. Myself? That's right! Yes! What Alan said was right on the point. Yes, that's it. I participate too and defend myself. Let's go! Gambling! Let's go! Everyone guessed some surprise when I declared that I would be playing. I couldn't tell why they were so surprised. These people are weird, I mumbled to myself as I took my seat. We choose opponent at random and I wound up facing Chet. At random? Isn't this another one of Chet's tricks? It would be an advantage for Chet to go against someone weak like me. Oh, hey, nothing to be done. He shuffled the cards and dealt them, grinning. Being won by someone wealthy would be very fortunate. Your volunteer is all part of a larger plan. I sighed, took my cards and spread them out. The game was poker. Oh, that's a shame. Is your hand really that bad? I was just wondering what should I give you as a prize if you win. Well, but you won't win, so there's no point in thinking about it. Wait and see. You just wait and see. Oh, show me what you've got then. In spite of my talking big, I lost spectacularly. Come now, chin up. Chet spoke to me kindly and tucked me around the shoulders. Chet, thanks. As I turned my head to look at Chet, I saw Brad approaching. You're too nice. Makes you an easy mark. I would say that.
おい
Think about why you joined the game. Oh, it's because Chad made me the prize. Brad. Brad laughed at the jealousy in Chad's voice, his teeth glinting. Incidentally, if I win, I'll be going up against that monster. Oh, now there's something I wouldn't want to miss.
Huh?
Chad, where you going? He was walking towards the table at which the other matches were taking their courses. The game hasn't started yet. I'm observing the others' movements. I want to know what sort of tricks my enemies will be employing. Bro look like Ranmaru. I guess it's a given that they'd be cheating. Even though I felt exhausted, I followed him. The games continued, and now the semi-finals were underway. On one side, Chet against Carnegie, on the other side, Ellen against the Assassin. Unfortunately, Brett had lost to Chet. Which game should I watch? I'm worried about Chet, but the Assassin was participating too. If he won and progressed to the next round, I can't let that happen. I went to watch those two. They won their last one-on-one round. Each of them looked fully confident in himself. Please, let Ellen win.
Oh yeah.
Instead of praying, you should just ask me. Chet, why are you... How did the match go? I won, naturally. His green eyes were glistening strangely. Now, I was hoping to continue our previous game, so I'd like Ellen to win this one, but... You make it sound like he's not going to. His trick didn't work out as planned. I didn't know what Chet's eyes had spotted. But I could see the impatience in Ellen's face, and the assassin won. No! Our boy lost to your boyfriend, Rendra. So, you'll be going up against him next. To think that I'd be able to bring my business with him to a conclusion like this. He smiled crookedly. He looked extremely pleased and fearsome, with a smile that showed he didn't have the faintest doubt that he would win. That guy, he looks like serious trouble. I'm not a good person either, so that won't be an issue. Because you're a calm man.
Hi.
Yes, I intend to win. I know this.
Oh.
Ooh! Sky-chan, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the KEIOS. And welcome to Mr. Red Flag live on stream. Shinata, I almost forgot something. Forgot something? When I tilted my head in confusion, Chet swooped in towards the base of my neck. We won't be able to see each other for a little while, so... He was speaking so closely to my ear that I could feel his breath on my cheek. He kissed my hair. I don't even get an hello or how are you? Just straight to the point, huh? Then Sky-chan, what do you think I am? You can feel free to think whatever you want. Exactly, Rendra, exactly. This is not a place for any kind of borders, so... Thank you. And thank you for the hydrate. Very nice of you. Okay, let's continue. My heart pounded wildly. Tomato vampire. Hi, did you have a good Valentine's? Yes, I did. I mean, I was working like the whole day, but after that I had I had a nice time. How about you? Did you spend Valentine's Day nicely? You never warned me before you do that. I suppose there's nothing wrong with not rushing it. I don't need you to agree with me. Tiny Ruler, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome into the chaos. I only want to make you happy, you know.
Oh.
If you'll excuse me, I need to go and prep my own tricks. Just like that. Also, it was a little bit of an exaggeration to say we wouldn't be seeing each other for a while. It would be an hour at most. I touched the place where he kissed me and watched him leave. Yeah, our main character's name is Hinata. Chet began his match against the assassin. Okay, Rendra. It's your boyfriend versus our possibly boyfriend. I want you to be happy, but you don't need to agree. Yeah, the thing with chat is, yeah, let's say it's complicated. Just to be clear, we were playing 3 games, and whoever is first to win 2 of them is the winner. Let me just thank you for such a precious opportunity to get my hands on that boy. His name is Caleb. I forgot about this already. Chats are always complicated. Oh, so Tiny Ruler, you have your experience with chat, yeah? I forgot his name was Caleb. Caleb is such a nice name. Now I'm on his side, to be honest. Sadly, yeah, I see. So let's side with Caleb. So, because Caleb also has the nicer name. But yeah, Caleb is not in the main character's interest circle, so... But let's see. Let's see.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Do you think you're going to get him? I always follow through on my word and I never spill any unnecessary blood. Whatever you try to pull off, I will win. The exchange ended there and the cards were dealt. Dealt, I'm sorry. Full house. The victory is mine. My win this time. It would be terribly boring if you hadn't won once. Chet shuffled the cards and put them in order. And then, to everybody's surprise, the door of the casino flew open. Police! Nobody move! What the hell? What are the police doing here? I received your explanation at the station with a lawyer present. What's going on? Screams rose up all around us. People were running every which way, trying to escape, but every one of them was caught by the police. Hey, I'm not part of this. Yeah, sure, you're coming with us. No, Well, with the police suddenly bursting in, the curtain was closed on the game. Okay, that was interesting. Oh, my whole body hurts. My joints ached. It so happened that I had been arrested. Even in my darkest dreams, I never thought I'd ended up in jail. The room I was in was facing a passageway metal bar serving as a boundary. Jail time! Yeah, let's go! What happened to everybody else? I wasn't really that worried about all of the rich people who had been there. But Ellen, Brett, and Chet. Suddenly unable to contain myself, I gripped the boss and yelled. Excuse me, is anyone there? Shut up! We'll be contracting your native country and then we'll decide what to do with you. My native country? Wait, please wait! I don't want my mother and father to find out about this. I felt so guilty thinking about their sad faces that I almost cried. But I snapped myself out of it by reminding myself that I still needed to make sure the others were safe. I need to ask you something, please. The guard looked back in annoyance but continued walking away. At the same time, I saw someone else approaching. Excuse me, please listen to me.
Oh yeah.
If you keep shouting like that, you get the other prisoners riled up, Hinata. His footsteps reverberated through the hallway. It was Chet, walking his perfect model-like walk. Chet, I'm so glad. So, you weren't arrested? Did Ellen and Brett get away too? It was only after I'd finished my rambling that a question occurred to me. Wait, why are you walking around openly like that? The distinctive sound of the leather shoes came to a halt in front of my cell. You always worry about everyone else first. Chet reached his arm through the gap in the bars and cupped my cheek. Please, think of yourself for once. Of course I am, but I'm still worried. Then think harder. He said this in such a strong tone of voice that I nodded timidly. I'm in a discussion with the police and working on getting you released, so you just need to wait a little while longer. Working on... You mean paying them? You can't do that. I didn't know how much money would be involved. But the amount required to get me released was probably, no, definitely very high. He put money in their pocket. Yeah, that's true. That's actually what he did, yeah. So you're just being held.
Yeah.
No, I want them to explain why. You were arrested for being at that place, so your chances of being released are close to 0. Really? What should I do?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Come on, all you need to do is ask. I'm the reason you're here. You're in here, so I want you to get it out as soon as possible. The reason? Chet, you don't have to do that all for me. For some reason, Chet responded by looking down at me with a confident smile.
Yeah.
On the contrary, it's because of me, no question. After all, I was the one who called the police in the first place.
Huh?
What? My jaw dropped. What was he saying? I told you what I do for a living, didn't I? Yes, you said you were a con man. The police know that if they want to thoroughly understand con man, they should ask a con man. I'm cooperating with them. Huh? Of course, I have my own tricks up my sleeve, but lately I've been assisting the police with a good number of arrests. I'm quite torn. To be honest, I didn't get it. But then you've been doing a good thing. Well, occasionally it turns out like that. Getting you wrapped up in this time was a miscalculation on my part. I thought that if you didn't have the apartment, you'd be left without anything to go and return to your home country. But you found me, so yeah. Even with him acknowledging it so readily, I still couldn't quite grasp it. Please tell me, why did you... Chet knew everything. I wanted him to explain it all to me. The disputes between those two financial conglomerates were growing more extreme by the day. Word came in that a certain group of assassins had been brought in accomplices, and it was assuming that if they could be arrested, everything else would be easy. I wasn't able to tell you this, but the man who hired the assassin was also at the party. So everyone really was arrested? But then why would you put yourself in a position that required so much? Isn't it obvious? Because it was fun for you? Yes, it was enjoyable to join both sides and switch roles. We continue to talk to him, I want to know more. That's just like you, Chet. And sighing like that, it's just like you, Hinata. I had every reason to feel sad about being deceived. But somehow, if I had to be tricked this way, I didn't mind it so much. But aren't you exhausted? Having to keep that smile on your face no matter what's going on? Chet smiled gently once again. I'm not tired. It does make things easier for me receiving your honest reaction to everything. I'm not very good at hiding stuff. I guess that's why you're a free man right now. Yes, I wasn't arrested the day, so I slept alone at home. So the other two, Ellen and Brett, they're safe. All of us had a talk just now, and they've been released. Good. But I still can't leave yet. I dropped my shoulders, resigned. You... At Chet's whisper, I looked up. Chad. Why is your face so captivating? A fire was burning deep within Chad's eyes. With those eyes fixed on me, I couldn't so much as lift a finger. Ah! Ah! Hello? Hello? Excuse me? What is happening? What in the hell is happening? Chet reached through the bars to touch my cheek. I wish I could drag you out of here right now and get back to tormenting you, but... That is not the cheek where the thumb is. Yeah, true, Yuri, true. Literally horny jail. Yeah! Oh my god, this is literally... But shouldn't it be the other way around then? Because Chet needs to be in horny jail. Hinata is just oblivious. My cheeks flushed. It's because your face is just too cute. He's more close to the tongue, but anyway.
相変わらず人の心
And
配
you're
ばか
so
りをし
worried
てい
about
るし
everyone as always. He slowly stroked my cheek and traced my lips with his fingers. When I shuddered in response, he
ひ
smirked.
なたは
You're wonderfully
なかなかに
sensitive.
感度が良さそうだ
With his other hand, Chet caressed my body. His palm moved slowly over my hips and my waist, teasing me.
何するんですか
What are you doing
こんなところで
in a place like this?
こんなところ
A place like this? His hand began to move across the top of my pants. His fingertip at the corner of my lips, suddenly pushed itself into my mouth. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It would have been easy to get away. There was nothing binding me to Chet. And yet, Chet's fingers was feeling around inside my mouth. My body grew strangely hot at his
いい
touch.
目をして私を見るんですね
I love that look you're giving me right now.
そんなに
Am I
私の
really that
指
good
がい
with
い
my
ですか
fingers?
いや
Next moment, the finger slipped back out, and I instead. Chet's lips met mine, and his tongue slipped in between them. I immediately tried to back away, but as if my hands and feet were tied together, I couldn't move a muscle. I've got a room, not a jail. Yeah, for real. At the same time, Chet's hands were slowly caressing my abdomen. Something throbbed. The ache drove me crazy somehow. Chet. I wanted to cling on to him, but the bars between us were in the way. I felt like I might crumble at the waist. This was my limit. Just as I thought
少
that,
々やりすぎましたか
have I gone a little too far? Thank you for the hydrate. Jet backed away, licking his own lips. Oh, but your face
もっ
said you
と
want more.
欲しそうな顔をしている
Want? Did I want Chet? The moment I asked myself the question, the answer came leaping out of
チ
my
ャド
throat.
さんが好きです
Aww. What a weird situation to, confess to somebody. You're literally in jail, Hinata. What's wrong with you? Someone is hungry or thirsty. Or maybe both. I
そんな
know.
ことはああそうです
Yes, I can see
ひなた
that.
も知っていますか
And you know what, Hinata?
私も
I love you
ひな
too.
たのことが好きだという
That's so weird. What the hell? I'm sorry. The whole situation is just too weird. I'm just laughing. Yeah, for real. It's just so weird. What the hell? You're literally in jail, bro. After Chet has left, my heart was beating so hard I thought it might burst. I had told him how I felt, and so boldly at that. There was no ounce of a lie in what I said, but I felt embarrassed to have put it so bluntly. I wanted Chet. Alone in my cell, I wrapped my arms around my knees and waited for him to come back. I believed that even after what felt like an eternity, there would be a bright light at the end of the tunnel. That I would be able to embrace Chet again. That was very much interesting. And this is the last episode, so let's see what's going to happen. What a romantic place to say your feelings. Yeah, true. After being arrested during the uproar at the casino, I was able to get out of jail without any more trouble. Hi Kaguya, thank you for coming to the stream and thank you for the lurk. Yeah, I'm doing good. I hope you are okay too. Thank you for coming. It was all thanks to Chet. The fact that I was deemed innocent and that my family wasn't notified. I could never explain this to my parents. If I told them about it, it would be all over. I would have to return to Japan. I absolutely can't let that happen.
Oh.
You've been silent this whole time. What's the matter? I feel like this has all been a very long, vivid dream. Yeah, for me it was just business as usual. I've had enough scary things happen to me. Oh, don't say that. It was thrilling and fun.
いえ
I never once thought it was fun, although now that I think about it, maybe I did get a little excited. This was the sort of thing you only experience once in a lifetime. You haven't been talking much either. What were you thinking about?
はい。
I've been thinking about the future rather than the past. Surprised to see the ting of sadness in Chad's eyes, I drew a little nearer to him.
Huh?
The future? What about it?
うーん。
Since everything been resolved with your housing and schooling, I suppose you'll be leaving the apartment. I never thought it was fun until the skin touched. Yeah, for real. Never thought it was fun until we were making out through jail cell bars. I hadn't thought about that. But he's right. I was still relying on their hospitality for free. That was inexcusable. No matter what they said, I needed to pay rent. I can't say anything for sure right now, but I talked to Alan about
あ
it.
の、
Then you're considering leaving, aren't you? Well, I don't dislike my life here. But if I were to stay with Chet forever, I was worried I wouldn't be able to apply myself to my studies. What if I say I wouldn't allow it?
Huh?
If you said that, then the question of my staying here would be resolved very quickly. As soon as I put that into words, Chet's arms wrapped around me and he picked me up.
うわ
What, Chet?
Man.
I told you, didn't I, that if you went away, I would chase you? I'm not running you away. Ignoring my cries, Chet dropped me onto the
あの
bed. Are we like this?
そうですね。
If you don't object. I don't, but this is pretty sudden. It's because you were trying to run away. Chet's lips brushed softly against my cheek and earlobe.
おやおや。
If I ever stop being able to see your adorable reactions to things, I might die of boredom. The kisses continue, one by one, until at some point my shirt had been undone and he moved onto my chest. Well, before I got bored, I would push you down like this. Onto the bad help? Yeah, now we're getting to the really spicy content. In which case, in the end, we'd be together even if we're apart. I was losing my head over what Chet was doing to me, and I kept clinging to his neck feverishly. Yeah. I received several pieces of information over the next few days. Chet's skill is fast to undress. Yeah, true. He's good with his fingers, we learned that before. First of all, I was going to stay in the apartment. Surprisingly, Ellen and Brett were both happy about it. And now, accompanying Chet on business, I was going to visit Carnegie's house. I've been subjected to some pretty unthinkable things because of you.
やれやれ。
I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. Carnegie's piercing gaze settled on me. Perhaps he was saying that his own arrest had been because of Chet's influence. I was a victim, but I wonder if they thought I was an accomplice. Hinata is the victim here, and there are plenty of others for you to blame. I have already taken actions against them. Huh? It'll be 10 years before I catch up with my debt. If that's all you ended up with, you're doing fairly well. It did seem pretty cheap as compensation for having threatened someone's life. Still, my chest hurt. Now, what is today's business about? I may not look it, but I'm quite busy. I want to officially make you my successor. I've had all the documents prepared.
おや。
I do believe I refused that offer. Someone in a suit, maybe a private secretary, spread all the documents out across the table. Why? This is a chance to get your hands on millions.
いいえ。
I have no interest in being given such things. Then we could draw up a contract for you to steal it all from me.
うーん。
That could be interesting, but... Chet reached out and began fiddling with my
あ
hair.
の
Aren't you having a really important conversation right now? My disapproval had no effect, and I could see a vein standing out in Carnegie's tummy.
おやおや。
You drive yourself to an early death getting angry like that. Then why don't you take this matter a little more seriously?
お願いします
Yes, please focus on the conversation. If you insist, Hinata, then I suppose I must. Even though he was acting reluctantly, Chet was still clearly enjoying making fun of me. To be frank, there was a certain appeal in your talk of succession. Was past tense. Yes, now that Hinata is mine, I find I'm quite satisfied. You're weighting my assets against a kid.
いいえ。
What sways my heart most is whether I'm likely to have fun. Because I'm feeling so fulfilled right now, the scale is tipping in Hinata's direction. Oh, the vein is twitching. Akanaji's clenched fists were trembling, as though he was trying to restrain himself. Oh, I'm sorry. Oopsie. I will not give you any more chances.
Aye.
There's no need. If I want it, I'll take it. Steal it, use it. That's my way. You're a charmless man, but interesting. Is that so? Well, interesting things are bound to happen, so please look after your health. You said that you're satisfied now that you have your hands on him, but you have some other goal, don't you?
おや
We're very similar, aren't we? As much as I hate to admit it. Huh? Hey, don't say things like... You may have been affiliated with the police, but I didn't really want to see Jet working as a conman that much. Hinata, I haven't made it my purpose to live in such a way that you say you can't live without me. Don't make something weird like that your purpose. My words didn't reach anyone in this place. I want you to be addicted to me, that you come running whenever I call your name. Okay. I swore firmly that I would protect myself. This isn't toxic, is it? Nah, it's not. Please be careful, Hinata. Chet let go of my hand and kissed me on the forehead. This was always our parting ritual when Chet accompanied me to university. Come on, that's embarrassing. This music is so funny. This song again, yeah. Oh god. At first it had been more embarrassing, but I was getting used to it day by day. Still, I could feel people staring. Hi, my name is Chad Toxicity. Yeah, for real, this is so true. Please let me do it anyway. Try not to be embarrassed. I'll try. Weren't you having this conversation only yesterday? I turned around to see Alan, carrying textbooks in his arms and looking exasperated.
お願いします
Spying on us again? I can't say that's a good habit. Who's
おや
spying?
おや
When you interrupt lovers meeting day after day like this, one begins to suspect you have ulterior motives. You already stand out as it is. Whether you like it or not, people will look.
すみません
Sorry. You don't need to apologize. Just be careful. You're in a delicate position. What he was saying was definitely true. I hadn't noticed it at first. But ever since the incidents with the fake me, all the students and teachers were here were treating me like an alien.
やれやれ
Feel free to stop playing the part of the older brother. Looking disgruntled, Chet tried to shoo Ellen away. This is what happens when you aren't careful. The same dangerous atmosphere was building up between them again, and I quickly intervened. Chet, thank you for accompanying me here. Class is about to start, so I hate
わ
it.
かりました
Alright, keep studying hard. Whenever I tried clumsily to step in between them, the quarrel will only last longer. I had learned from experience that it was best to excuse myself. Chet and Alan's arguments were becoming famous around campus. The rumors about the other Asian guy who had stolen my aunt's identity had dissipated and days went by peacefully. If I don't go home soon, Chet will worry. In an attempt to catch up on lost time, I always study at university after my classes were over. I can never focus when I'm back at the house. Chet never actively did anything to hinder my studies, but when I smelled the sweet cologne or felt the gaze on me, I couldn't concentrate. Even if I tried to hide it, now it would show on
ひ
my
なたの
face.
ようなおとなしいタイプは性に対しても
An
素直なん
obedient
で
type
す
like
ね
you is yielding in matters of sex as well, I suppose. And so I would be taken back to bed. I'm imagining things. That's not good. I sighed, preparing to return home when I heard the sound of leather shoes walking across the floor. I looked up, thinking it couldn't be. Why not?
気がつくのが
Okay, but that
遅い
shot
で
is
すよ
actually sexy.
ま少し抜け
Took
て
you
いる
long
とこ
enough
ろ
to
が可愛
notice.
らしい
Well,
んで
your
すよね
obliviousness is cute in its own way. You entered the classroom at a leisure
ま
pace.
さかと思います
I didn't think that you... Again?
またですか
I remembered how he had acted the part of the professor before, teaching a class.
はい
Yes,
あなたの
while I
帰
was
りを
waiting
待
for you
つ
to
間
come
に
home,
書
I
類
got
上
them
で
to
教
let
師
me
にし
be
て
a
もらい
teacher again. You
理
really...
事長であるあのご
Was
老
that
人
old
な
man being
簡単な
chairman?
こ
It
とで
was
す
simple. Of course. Never would have thought that Chet would ask him for help, but I guess the relationship wasn't all that
でも
bad.
どうして教師として
J
訪
time.
れたんですか
J moment time too. But why are you visiting as a teacher? If he had asked Kanji, it should have been easy enough to get a pass for the campus. I didn't get why I would necessarily become a teacher specifically for that
私が
purpose.
学生として侵入することに魅
Because
力
I
を
had
感
no
じなかったんで
interest
す
in
よ。
infiltrating as a
いえ
student.
ですから
No, I mean, couldn't you have
普
just
通に
come
侵
in
入だけすれ
normally?
ば
I was a student, so I was required to be
何か
here.
役があった方が面白いではありませんか。
I thought it would be more fun if I had a role to
ただ
play.
の一般人は嫌ってこ
So
とで
just
す
being an ordinary person is
え
boring.
え。教
Yes,
師と
it's more
生徒の方
interesting
が
if we're
い
teacher
ろい
and
ろと
student
面
for a
白そう
number
で
of
すしね。
reasons. I see. That again. Unable to suppress a sigh, I'll look at
さ
chat.
んは
Chat, you really are free-spirited.
そうでしょうか
Do。you think
僕
so?
はそう思います
Yes, I do. But I don't hate that
そ
about
れ
you.
に
To be
実
honest,
を言うと
thinking about you as a teacher
教師
gets
と
my
生徒
heart
ってい
racing
う
a
の
little.
をドキ
I
ドキし
think
て
it might be interesting too.
僕も面白いって感じちゃい
Chat
ました
nodded in
では早
agreement.
速居残りを
Then
命
I'm
じま
putting
す。
you in detention. What else? He closes the door and walks
日
over
向
to
君
me.
は居残りですからね。
I'm making you stay late
ちゃん
today,
と先生の
Hinata.
言
But
う
now
こと
listen
を聞
closely
いて
to
く
what
だ
your
さい。
teacher has to say. Closing the distance between us, he bent down and kissed me. We're in the classroom. Although I accepted his picking kisses, I gave him a hesitant
スリリ
warning.
ングを楽しむ
It's the ideal
手
place
付
for
け
a
の場
thrill.
所ですね。
My heart beat even more furiously, like it might jump out of my chest right then and there. But it was my own desire that kept me from refusing him. Chet has a bad influence on me. It was an enjoyable thing to discover. Even
こん
quiet
な穏
moments
や
like
かな
these
時
are
間も
nice.
いいものです
Dipped in the light of the setting sun, Chet's hair, cheeks, eyelashes, all of it precious to me and beautiful. I closed my eyes once again. Ah, we got the good ending. To be honest, I don't want to imagine what's the bad ending with him. Yeah, apparently it's a something like a student teacher RP shit. Yeah. So, that was wild, yeah. That was really wild. To be honest, one or the other moment I was a little speechless. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Bad ending, they never got out of jail for underage reason. Hinata is not underaged. Hinata is 19 or 20, I think. Or maybe 80. But he's not underaged. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. The artboards are literally everywhere these days. Explicit version of jail. I see, I see. So, yeah, we finished Chad's route. The next and last in the row is Alan. So, yeah, I seriously I don't know because this is my first playthrough. There are 3 endings for each of them. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, wait, no, there are more than 2. I guess there are 4 for each of them. Normal ending 1 for chat, normal ending 2 for chat. Oh, no, wait, this is Elwin. And yeah, there are 4 for each of them. This is a little much. Oh my god. So, yeah. We finished Chat's Route. I was actually a little worried that I might not be able to do it today. That's a lot of endings. Yeah. It is. Yeah, I don't know if I will ever end up getting all of them. Yeah, but let's see. Maybe I will look through them off stream. But it's a lot of work, so I don't know if I will actually do it, but yeah. So today happened a lot on this stream. We got a lot of new followers. We got a few new subscribers. We got a raid. This was a wild stream. We got Mr. Toxicity. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my redeems are finally working. Finally. Yeah. It's so cute. Yeah. I'm happy that they are working. It was so much work. And yeah, it was pain. It was pain in the ass to get them to work. But yeah, finally. Finally. And good news, I think my mama won't need that long for my model anymore. Yeah, because we have a reference sheet already, and she's on toggles right now. And then he will get into rigging. So maybe around April-ish. Maybe end of April or beginning of May. I think during spring I can be... Yeah, I will be able to debut my new model. So, guys who are following my Twitter already saw a preview of him here and there. The guys who are in my Discord server also. So, yeah. Okay, with glasses. Yeah. This is a redeem, Demi. And my redeems are finally working, so we have glasses. Yeah. Yeah, see? These are redeems. Demi! Yeah. Aren't you still streaming, girl? What are you doing here? Oh, you stopped streaming? Oh, no. Thank you for that, Bad Yuri. Oh, no. The toothache. Please go and take some painkillers, yeah? So you won't be in too much hurt. I ran out. What the fuck? How can you run out of painkillers? Everybody has painkillers at home. What is wrong with you? Dude. No. How? Then go to sleep. Everything is wrong with me. Be right back. Yeah, at least Demi admit. Call up tonight? No, what? Don't you have like an emergency thingy? Yeah, go and look for them. Please, go. So yeah, yeah, go. So yeah, we can also have like whitish hair. But yeah, don't get used to it too much because, like I said, there will be a new model fairly soon. So let's see. I hope it won't take that long anymore. I'm so nervous and excited to actually share the model because as of now there are only fan art of him. Rendra did. But yeah, I'm excited to actually show the model to everybody. I showed him the sketch I showed on stream earlier, another stream. So yeah, if you are on my streams frequently, you already know. If you know, you know. Demi, you're such a stalker. I spy just to see it. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I hate you and I love you. That's our love language. Yeah, Yori, that's good. That's good too. It's okay. Spy on mama. Be glad I'm taking you with me. Now you know I love you. Promise I will act surprised. Okay, thank you. Thank you for acting surprised when he comes out. New model? No way, I didn't know this. No, it's okay. Everybody knows I will have a new model, so. So yeah, if you guys wanna see my previews of my new model and what is it called, like the working on it, you should check out my mama. I wish I wouldn't be too stupid to do shoutouts myself, but I think I am. Ah, Rendra, why is it not working when I'm trying it? Ah! Sorry. I was trying to give out a shout out to my mama, but it's not working. I don't know. I'm fairly sure. Yeah, I'm trying. You know? Ah, finally! Yes, it worked. So this is my mama's account. If you want to get like some spoilers or stuff, there's already two. Yeah, there's still 2 videos online where she did where she worked on my model. So if you want to see it, then go over there and check it out. And also just leave her a follow because she's awesome and she deserves all the love in the world. Hi, sorry. Vampire Dead, yeah. I'm tired. So, I have my Twitter open on my other monitor, and I just seeing the thumbnail Rendra did, and the thumbies Rendra is doing for me. They are so awesome. And you guys, so I'm streaming since 4 months, and you can literally see how much Rendra growed as an artist only by their thumbnails. Because wait, I want to show you. So let's see. This is the first Thumby Rendra made for me. This is the first one. Yeah. The karaoke was one of my first streams. Yeah, it was the first one you did for me. And so the newest one was the one from today. Oh shit, wait. Wait a second. I haven't saved it on my PC, just on my phone. So, where's my Streamlabs? So this is the one from today. Oh shit, it's huge. Yeah, this is the one from today. It's so cute, actually. I love this so much. But I'm gonna show you my favorite one. My favorite ones Rendra did for me is this one. This is one of them. Yeah, because this game was so good. Dare with Death was one of the best games I ever played. For real. This game is so good, and it's a free game. And also, he's gorgeous! Yeah, he's gorgeous. Yeah, this is one. And actually, according to Rendra, the next one I'm going to show you was a speed run, yeah? But this is actually one of my favorite thumbnails Rendra ever did for me. I don't know why. This is also my profile picture on Twitter. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. I love this so much. Not the 30-minute speedrun. Yeah, it's my favorite thumbnail, okay? I love it. Demi wants me to have silver hair. Thank you, Demi. So, and what else? There was another one. Vampire KEIOS team or Vampire Princess Heart, okay. Yeah. Those are my favorites. And of course, this one. Because this is so funny. Yeah. This is actually, this was never shown on Twitter or anywhere else. So, Rendra just sent me the Lethal collab thumbnails yesterday as we were talking about uploading my VODs on YouTube, because I didn't do this in forever. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's it. Yeah, Rendra is literally Rendra is my manager, to be honest. Rendra is doing so much for me, and yeah, also like helping me with everything. How much to be mine too? Sorry, Demi, I'm not sharing my manager's on. You need to get your own one. So, Rendra is not my slave, okay? Rendra is doing this because they hopefully like me. Streamer uploading their VOD on time. I haven't uploaded VODs in forever, to be honest. Let me see. The last one I uploaded was on January 7th. A slave for love. Yeah, last VOD I uploaded was January 7th. That's quite a long time. So yeah, I'm back at uploading my VODs. I promise. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap up for today. Let me check if somebody is still streaming, but I don't think so. Not Twitter! Twitch! Nah. Nobody. Rendra a slave with privilege. Stop calling Rendra a slave. Rendra is no slave. So, let me see. Yeah, so, thank you everybody for coming to my stream and for watching watching me dragging Hinata into a relationship with Mr. Red Flag. Congratulations, Demi! I'm happy for you. So, as there's nobody to raid today, we will just gonna finish up like this. Yeah, actually, I thank everybody of you for, what was I about to say? Yeah, have a lovely evening. That's a good end word. Thank you guys so much. And don't forget that we have the important announcement on Twitter on Saturday. And yeah, then we will have the big collab on Sunday. Among Us. Yeah, but first of all, we have a big announcement on Saturday. And I hope to see you guys all there. Please keep an eye out on Twitter. And yeah. Rendra, would you do me a favor and hop onto a VC with me for a second on Discord? I want to talk to you about 1 or 2 things, if you don't mind. And then, yeah, I wish you guys nice evening, have fun and stuff, and yeah, I will see you guys around. Yeah, take your time. You can just call me. I have a chat open. You never asked me for VC. The last time I called you, sorry, you didn't pick up. I remember this. I haven't forgotten. There was once. Yeah, you also never call me, okay? Yeah, the only time I called and you didn't pick up. No, just kidding. We should also hang out in our trio group chat together with Jess. It's been quite a long time, so yeah. Let's hang out sooner or later. So, yeah, we're gonna wrap up for today. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. And again, I know she's not here anymore, but Mira, thank you for everything. And yeah, I wish you guys good night, good evening, have a nice night, and I'll see you guys on Twitter on Saturday. Please keep an eye out for the post. This is a really important announcement. So yeah, I'll see you guys around then, okay? Have a nice night, guys. Bye bye.